If you were to bite off a kneecap, how would it look?
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Love that beat. Welcome to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network, live streaming to Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, and, of course, our app, which you can download for free. If you haven't done it already, do it this morning. Go right now, Apple or Google Play Store, and just type in Woodward Sports. It shows up as WSN Live, but make sure you get that app in your phone. Good morning to you. Beautiful day right here on Woodward. My name is Stick. To my right this morning, not feeling 100%, but he's playing injured today, man. He's going to make it through the show.
What's going on? What's up, Scory?
Corey has food poisoning.
Hey, I don't care what it is. Football starts next week. You better get right.
Hey, I'm going to be good.
What he's doing, he's getting his cleanse out now.
Yeah.
So that way he'll be ready to go next week.
I'm kind of scared to laugh, but yeah.
So, Corey, we know where you were last night. Maybe you were also in Japan. One of the announcers who was supposed to call the U.S.-Sweden game also got food poisoning.
Oh, I thought you were going to say we know where you were, just sitting on the toilet.
Oh, no. I was going to say he was in Tokyo, Japan with the other announcer that got food poisoning.
Well, to my left this morning, the one
Joey,
and only.
no food poisoning. I feel good today, baby.
Go to hell.
Go to hell. And then we have Alex in producer land. We have Jeff managing all the socials, so make sure that you drop a line, say hi to Jeff if you're watching, comment, say hi. And then, of course, we have Mr. Fish, the one and only, in the fishbowl. He's excited because the Olympics start in less than 24 hours for the opening ceremony, right,
well,
Fish?
yeah, it officially starts. I mean, it technically already started now.
Right.
There's a game I'm watching
But
Australia.
the opening ceremony.
But the opening ceremony starts in 23 hours. Well, actually, 23 hours. Yeah, 23 hours.
Yeah,
Wow.
tomorrow morning at like 6:55, you
Yes,
said,
sir,
right?
6:55 on NBC. So it's
You going to come in early and we can watch it
broadcasted
before the
live.
show?
I very well may do that.
Let's do it, man. Let's
I will
watch
do
it
that.
together.
I will do that.
You know
All
what?
right.
I found out something interesting about the Olympics on my drive to work. You know about Lauren Holiday, who plays on the women's soccer team?
I don't.
Well, you heard of her?
No.
Well,
Oh,
she's
I know
on-
Alex Morgan.
Well, Lauren Holiday, she plays on the women's soccer team, and I just found out she's married to Drew Holiday.
Oh, all right.
So, Olympic couple.
There you go.
Wow.
God, and that just
The
never
House of
gives me
Champs.
hope of having an athletic kid. When two super athletes are already having a child, it's like, all right, man, I'm a normal dude. I'm gonna marry a normal chick, and
I'll
I'm gonna
take
have
my
a normal
fat
kid. Right? I'll take my unathletic kid. Lots of stuff happening around the city. The Tigers had another great game last night, and they did the pink out the park, and it looked awesome. They're starting to see more and more people going to Tigers games. Terry Foster is going to join us today at 9 a.m. Plus, we got a new show that's going to join us, and we're going to talk to those guys. And this is one of your only and final chances to qualify for our Kick for Crypto contest coming up at 9 a.m. because tomorrow is the finale, and Joey and I are going out with Lions punter Jack Fox today to see if he can punt the ball into the back of the Jeep. But,
All of this in 2 hours?
huh?
All of this in 2 hours?
Well, no, Jack Fox, we're going to after the show today.
Well, okay, but all the stuff you talk about in 2 hours?
That's it, Fish?
Sounds like a great show.
It is a great show, Fish, especially when you're here. And, Joey, we're starting off the show with a guest who's been making news all around the city, causing buzz all around the city, and he just graduated high school. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel good, but I literally messaged the kid and I said, "Who the hell are you?" 'Cause
Is that what you said?
That's all I had to say. And we welcome to the studio Nick Lundberg, who you have seen all over social media because he has been at
Why are
Tigers
we not
games.
clapping for him? Yeah, there we
Well,
go.
he wasn't on camera yet.
Oh, well,
There,
now
there
he
he
is.
is.
Okay.
There he is. So, Nick, what's up, man? Tell us a little bit about yourself before we really start asking all these questions about who the hell you are.
So I'm Nick Lundberg. I just graduated from U of D, Jesuit. I'm going to MSU. And I just wanted to shout out Matt Deary and Chelsea Estes teaching me at U of D all these skills. So I appreciate them. But I'm looking to do something in sports journalism, and it's really cool to catch up with all these guys, super cool athletes. It was just a great experience.
Yeah, I mean, you got some of the great names in Detroit sports, so that's a good start for you. But you have been the only one to have met Cade Cunningham. And how does that feel?
It's pretty sweet knowing that he's potentially going to be the #1 pick.
Don't you dare say potentially. Don't you dare.
Hey, fingers crossed, but it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope.
Yeah. So obviously, like, you broke the internet this week. You got that picture of Cade Cunningham, and then all of a sudden on Twitter, it started to explode that he was here. I don't think anybody really would have known he was in Detroit if you and your boys didn't take that picture with him and post it up on socials. When you post something like that, and then you check your phone like 30 minutes later, how did it feel? I'm sure your inbox was just insane, blowing up.
It was crazy because, you know, I was like, right after I got home, I was plugging it everywhere I saw, because, you know, it kind of went viral knowing that he was there. But I was just plugging it everywhere, and eventually the next morning I woke up and Rod Beard wrote about me in the Detroit News, and that was pretty crazy to see. But yeah, 250 likes, just getting a lot of mentions, and it was really cool.
So what is it? You go to every single Tigers game, or what was it? Like, obviously you had some inside information to know Cade was there, or you just walked into him on the streets for that picture?
So my friend Roman Bruno, he sent me a picture on Snapchat of his trainer, like, in his box, like, because you could see like where he was at. And it turns out my seats were right under him. So we figured out like he was right above us, and we walked right out, and we saw like his security guards up top, like right in front of his door. So we kind of like scouted that out and waited till that game. It was like 11-0 in the 7th. So we were like, okay, he's not gonna stick around for the whole thing. This game's over. So we walk out, and we like just watch his door, and we timed it really, really well, because me and my guy Frank Blackman, we watched him walk out, and we like bolted out of the suite doors, because there's like a common exit, and right on that side strip, we just caught him walking out and got a picture with him. It was sweet.
That's awesome, man. How was he as a guy? Was he cool? Was he like...
Oh yeah, he had some like older guys like fanboying over him. He took it pretty well. But when we asked for a picture, he was really sweet. He seemed really down to earth. He was just a really cool guy.
And not only did you get a picture with Cade Cunningham earlier in the week, last night, Jared Goff was at the Tigers game. Obviously, you're still wearing your Pink Out the Park jersey that the Tigers handed out last night. So you were at the game, and you were able to get a picture with Jared Goff last night.
Yeah, that was really unexpected. I had no idea he was there. Right when they showed him on the big screen, I was trying to figure out what box he was in.
I love this kid,
Hey,
man.
real quick. You sure you wanted to pursue a career in sports, or you want to be a private investigator?
Right, investigative journalist.
Hey, I could do both. But yeah, so I figured out, like, I tried to figure out where his box was, and then on Twitter we saw that, like, they posted a picture. The Tigers posted a picture of him, like, you know, like, basically the back of his jersey, the Tigers jersey said Goff, and he was like looking in the Pepsi porches, like right field, and it was just directly the other way, so we could tell he was in a box right by left field, which is like the end of where all the boxes are. And so he ended up staying the whole time. So we scouted it out in like the 9th inning, because we figured out he was also on the 2nd floor, and I was like I kind of snuck into the concourse. And I was like walking the concourse trying to see where he was at. And they ended up opening his door for desserts. And I recognized the people with him. And so we just kind of waited outside till he was done and snagged a pick. That was about it.
That's awesome. So in the course of a week, you got potentially the #1 overall draft pick in the NBA, and then you got the brand new quarterback here in Detroit. Obviously, you said this wasn't planned or anything like that. But where do you get the balls? That's my question. Where do you get the balls to just like sneak into places to get pictures with these athletes? Because we need to hire you if that's the case. This kid can get into anywhere.
Hey, if they kick me out, they kick me out.
I love it.
It's not a big deal, but biggest thing is just being respectful with them, being cool with, you know, the rules, not trying to go too far. I mean, I didn't do anything like illegal, but it wasn't. Yeah, it's just as long as you're respectful and you slide through real quick and you're just quiet about it, it's all good. So
That's awesome.
I'm just amazed at how you get that done in under a week.
Right.
Like,
The two
literally.
biggest names in Detroit right now.
How I'm just trying to figure out how that happens. But like, which one was like? I know you don't want to, you know, sandbag either one of them. But which one was like the cooler moment? Like the one where you kind of like sought out Cade, or where you just unexpectedly bumped into Goff?
So actually, the coolest one was probably Sadiq Bey.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Because we knew Cade was there, and we like pretty quickly figured out where he was.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that hard, because it was really just us like tracking him down besides some other dudes. But Sadiq walked up like right after we were done taking a picture, and like my friend Frank, he found him like behind us, and we saw him, and I recognized him right away. He's 6'8", big dude.
Honestly, that's what we were talking about yesterday. Is like, of all sports, basketball players are the easiest to identify. It's like, oh, there's a giant. He must play basketball.
Right, exactly. But yeah, they were all really cool. But yeah, Sadiq was like, no one knew he was there. It was the most unexpected. So
that was same day as Cade, correct?
Yeah, it was literally 2 minutes after I got his pick. So
wow.
I mean, remember, Sadiq was trying to FaceTime Cade after the #1 pick, so it kind of does make sense that you'll probably see both of them around the same vicinity.
Yeah.
So are you looking to pursue a career? I know you said you wanted sports journalism and stuff like that, but it's looking like, man, you could be killer paparazzi.
Hey, if I could do both, then that'd be awesome. But yeah, that's the goal, is to be a sports broadcaster, journalist. So hoping I can turn those dreams to reality.
I feel like we got to bring him on board as a Woodward sports investigator.
Right.
Like, that would be the greatest thing in the world. Just have you out at games, and we're going to give you assignments, and you got to get that assignment. If you fail the assignment, I don't know what the result is, but there's something going to happen.
There's a penalty, damn it.
There's a penalty. You don't get to sleep.
Of all the athletes in Detroit, who else would you want to meet?
I mean, we were talking about this yesterday, me and my friend Harry. We were like, DeAndre Swift would be pretty sweet.
Yep.
He seems like a really cool dude. All the athletes. Isaiah Stewart, that'd be pretty dope.
Is basketball your favorite sport?
Football and basketball.
Okay.
I'm more so basketball, I'd say, but I love both of them.
Awesome. Well, man, we just wanted to meet you and talk to you and figure out how the hell you did what you did this week, because it was one thing. It was like, oh, man, what a lucky kid. He got to meet Cade Cunningham. But then you doubled down last night with Jared Goff, and it's like, wait, this isn't coincidence. This guy's got skills. He's got the ability to seek these people out. And like I said, you know, the wherewithal to finagle your way in there. And there's your picture with Cade right there. And it's just so awesome, man. How disappointed are you going to be if we don't take him #1?
Oh, I mean, I'm not too low on Jalen Green, honestly.
Okay.
I like him, but since I already got that picture, so it's got to be a lock now.
Yeah, it's over. Well, man, thank you for coming in this morning and joining us. We just wanted to kind of find out the behind the scenes on how you got these pictures and just learn a little bit about you, because like we said, man, you know, 3 days ago or 4 days ago when you got that picture with Cade, like, it literally let Detroit know that Cade was here. And the fact that I didn't even know Sadiq Bey was there until you told us he was there as well. So were they hanging out, those two?
I'm pretty sure, because I think because they were saying Cade had a light workout that day. And they both went out the same door at different times. So I'm guessing that there are probably more people there. I think I heard Dwayne Casey was there, but I didn't get to see him.
Man, Casey was there on Saturday, too, so this guy's been living at the park.
Yeah, and Stewart, so, yeah.
That's awesome.
It's great. It's great to see all the Detroit sports teams support each other. You know, Pistons players going to Tigers games, Lions players going to Tigers games. I'm sure we're going to see the inverse come Lions season.
Man,
So,
I can't name a time in these last couple of years that this has happened.
no, honestly, but this is like back in the day when Detroit was clicking on several sports. This is how it was. Like Stevie Y would show up to the Pistons game, Isaiah and all that. They'd show up to Lions games. It's just, that's when Detroit is at its best, when we're all just one big community. So it's awesome to see. And thank you, Nick, for coming on with us this morning. We appreciate it. You went to U of D Jesuit for high school, and you graduated this year, and you're going to go live up at Michigan State?
Yep. I'll be up there in a month. So yeah.
Oh man, can we come to Welcome Week?
Oh yeah.
Welcome Week was my favorite thing in Michigan. I never went to state, but I went to like 18 Welcome Weeks.
So if my math is correct, that's 4 degrees.
Yeah.
If my math is correct.
I got season tickets too, so you guys can
nice.
pop out anytime.
Dude, Welcome Week at Michigan State is something else, man. Something else. So enjoy yourself up there. Have fun, and be safe.
All right, will do. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, appreciate you coming on with us.
Nick Lundberg, a legend right there.
Yeah, look for him around the Motor City getting pictures with all your favorite athletes. And he's going to tweet them out and let us know who's in town. So thank you, Nick, for coming on with us. And we got to give a shout out to our people at Coast Portland. If you know someone with a birthday coming up or you need to get some gifts, there's only one place to do it, and that is Coast Portland. You can get some knives, you can get some headlamps, you can get lanterns, anything you pretty much need for outdoor and just survival in general. They got it for you. They even have a machete, which I have used at my house several times. Don't know you need a machete till you have a machete. And you can get one at coastportland.com. Enter promo code WSN20 and you'll get 20% off.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand. Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10 and a half months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
Hire a graduate
of Northwestern Tech. Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Morning, Art. Morning, D-Mac.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show on the Woodward Sports Network. There we go, Fish. Sorry about that. That's on me, baby. Man, that's so cool. Like, imagine being in high school and you're rolling around meeting the biggest athletes in the city right now.
Especially Cade. Like, I mean, yes, Jared Goff is still a big deal, but
Right.
that was one that we're going to eventually see him around. That's just going to be destined to happen.
And Corey, you were just confirming that Sadiq Bey. And
Yeah, so the Sadiq Bey and Cade, I just one of the YouTube commenters put it in there, and I just had to confirm it. Yeah, Sadiq Bey and Cade Cunningham have the same agent, so it would kind of
Same agent?
Yeah,
Yeah.
same agent.
Oh.
So makes sense they would be together. But John, he said Nick's voice is about to get deep after going to MSU.
Dude, MSU, I'm telling you, that welcome week, I've had some crazy experiences at welcome week, like from sleeping in a car to sleeping in several different dorm rooms to walking around with a bottle of Goldschlager, being an idiot. Like,
Oh God.
I know, man. College was a crazy time. Absolutely crazy time. You know what else is crazy? The USA Today. Did you guys see the predictions that they have for the upcoming season?
Oh, sure did.
It was disrespectful. Disrespectful is what I call it.
But is it really, though? I
Yes.
mean, this is what we're used to at this point.
I'll never get used to being disrespected. I don't care what it is.
I don't know if it was, you know what? At first I thought it was disrespectful. I looked at it. I said, wow, that is a low amount of wins. USA Today has the Lions predicted winning 3 games this season. So I went and did some research. 2016, USA Today predicted the Lions would go 9-7. Lions went 7-9. 2017, they predicted 5-11. Lions went 9-7. 2018, they predicted 6-10. Lions went 6-10. 2019, they predicted 3-13. They went 3-12-1.
Damn.
Last season, they predicted 7-9. Lions went 5-11. So they've either gotten it just wrong or they've gotten it pretty close.
Well, I mean, those are the only two options, right?
I mean, you can get it wrong or you can get it way wrong.
Okay.
So I mean, they've gotten it pretty close or dead on. So
Maybe they meant 10-7. Maybe that's what that's going to be. I mean, if there's a couple of years that they were super wrong, super close, super low, super high, maybe this is the year. But I mean, you look at the Lions as a team, and I know we definitely have high hopes because it's our team, but look at the actual roster. When you look at the actual roster, you look at our receiving core, you've got a new quarterback in Detroit, but he doesn't really have much throwing weapons outside of Hawk. So it really does make sense.
I think if you said 5 wins, I can believe that.
Yeah.
6 wins, you know, that's my prediction. But I don't think with that coaching staff that they have assembled around Dan Campbell that they're gonna be worse than what Matt Patricia put out there.
Thank you. Thank you.
I just don't. That would be hard to believe. If you want to say they're gonna duplicate the same amount of wins from last year, okay, cool. That's what I have. But worse,
Right.
Worse is disrespectful.
Yeah,
to me.
especially when you got reports coming out that now all of a sudden we have a top 10 offensive line. We got a better running game than we've had in the past. Like, you know, we have a game manager quarterback who's been to a Super Bowl and has proven when he has the right pieces around him, he can win. Our defense is transforming from a 4-3 to a 3-4, using players in different ways. Like, that's why I don't understand this. And really what offends me is they got the Eagles at 3-14 and the Texans at 1-16. So they're putting us as the second worst team in the league, period. Like, I can't buy into that. I can't.
That's deep. That's deep. I can't get behind that. Just off of the simple fact, like you said, all the projections have the Lions having a top 10 offensive line. I believe just off of the fact that these guys, such as Trey Flowers, Romeo Okwara,
Jelani Tavai losing 47
he's looking
pounds.
good. Jeff Okuda, a lot of those guys have spoke glowingly about the coaching staff, and they feel better getting acclimated into their new role. So just by that alone, I believe they'll at least be a 5-win team. If they want to, I think their ceiling to me would be 7, but 3 is just saying like, okay, everything about this roster is trash. The quarterback is trash. The running back core is trash. 3 and 14 now. 3 and 14 is a entirely trash roster. The Lions do not have an entirely trash roster. They have a lot of question marks.
Right.
I mean,
Don't
look at
get
our
it twisted.
division.
They have a lot of question marks, but entirely trash, I can't buy that.
Look at our division, though. They got the Packers at 12-5, and we don't even know who their quarterback is.
Exactly. That's
So,
why.
there's a few that I'm like, all right, well, that's our division. So 12-5, give us 2 of those wins, put them down to 10-7. The Lions can take those 2 wins. So there's a lot of what ifs.
And also, too, I just really can't take that Packers thing seriously off of the fact, like you said, we don't know Aaron Rodgers is
I
coming
think
back.
we know, man.
I mean, he coming? I don't
No,
think he's
no.
coming. Because the dude just turned
You
down
think
being
no?
the highest paid player in NFL. In the NFL, he turned down a 2-year extension. I would have made him the highest paid player.
Yeah,
it's not about the money for
him.
him.
He turned down 2 years, $100+ million.
It's not about the
He
money.
ain't playing. He ain't playing. That's it. And I was talking to Joik Bell about it yesterday, and that was kind of the consensus. He's like, he turned down that money. Yeah, he's not playing.
You don't think he turned that down just so he could get less money?
Yeah, it's a smart business plan. No, but honestly, like they would have made him the highest player in the NFL, period. And he was like, nah, I'm good. You don't walk away from that if you plan on playing, because now what's the move?
Yeah,
They're not going to offer you more than more.
I don't know whether he's just doing this to give them, the organization, a middle finger, and he's going to eventually come back, just make them sweat it out, or
That's an expensive middle finger.
I agree, which is kind of leads me to the fact that he's not coming back. It's not about the money for him. It's about the principle. So you're gonna have.
I got a lot of principles, and I pride myself on being a very principled human being. I hope you guys know that by now. But $100 million could get me to do a lot of things that I normally wouldn't do.
Well, you know what? I go back to the story, even though it's 2 different sports. I go back to when Isaiah Thomas said that he knew that his time was up, but he still went back out there anyway, and his heart went in it, and he ended up getting injured and messed himself up. Football is more dangerous and violent than basketball. So if Aaron Rodgers' head is not into it, I don't think he should go back out on that field, because he can get his ass killed.
But it's $100 million. I would. There's a lot. I hate sharks. I'm terrified of sharks. I'm terrified of swimming in the ocean. That is the one thing in my life that is my fear.
Yeah.
I would swim across damn near the Atlantic Ocean if you were going to give me $100 million.
Oh, come on. Let's be real. You would do that for $1,000.
I don't know about 1,000. I wouldn't even swim across the Detroit River for 1,000. But no, I'm telling you, I would dive in with sharks if you were like, hey, $100 million on the other side. I'd be like, all right, I'll try this.
Yeah, but what if you already had a $250 in the bank?
That I understand that.
I respect it. Whatever it is, I truthfully do respect it.
I
because
respect it. I just don't understand. My brain can't comprehend it.
Here's the thing, though. Aaron Rodgers he's not going to make that type of money anywhere else. Well, you know what? Take that back. I can't say that. He's going to make money wherever he goes. It may not be that type of money, but he's going to make some bread, whatever he decides to do, whether it's Jeopardy, getting into being an analyst, whether he has other business ventures. I don't know if he's getting that much money from being the Bucs minority owner, but who knows?
That's the funny part. Even though Aaron Rodgers is sitting out, he's still winning. He just got a part of a championship. He's part owner of the Bucs. What's up, Fish?
Are people really serious on putting him on Jeopardy?
I don't think so.
He really wants to quit football to be the worst Jeopardy host in history.
I don't know, man. Honestly,
and his ratings were only high because number 1 is Aaron Rodgers, which is a known footballer, and 2, people wanted to see him on Jeopardy because he has a personality, kind of, and 3, they wanted to hear him because we didn't know where he was going to go to play football, so they wanted to see if they can get any hints and clues, and there's bunch of people that'll just hear something and say, "Oh my God, that's a hint he's going to Houston or Tampa Bay or something."
I mean, if I'm Green Bay, I'm looking to trade him. You at this point, you have to be looking to trade him. You have to.
Just think about like the team camaraderie that this is causing, and like just the issues in the locker room where you're a receiver and you don't even know who's throwing you the ball. You're a running back, you don't know who's handing off the ball to you. It's just bad.
You're Jordan Love practicing your ass off, knowing that damn well Aaron Rodgers could just be like, "Hey, I'm back," and next thing you know, your ass is on the bench.
Which makes this USA Today prediction of them going 12-5 pretty damn stupid.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But then you look at the Rams, though. Look at the NFC West and the Rams at 10-7.
They got them as a wild card team.
I think that's a pretty fair prediction right there.
And I said, I think with them losing Cam Akers, I had them at 11 wins. I said he can lead. He's at least a game.
10 or 9. You said.
I said 9-8.
Yeah.
Because I said he's at least 2 games. They got him as. I don't know if they updated that prediction after him being injured, but 10-7, I can give.
Yeah, there's just a lot of things on this list that I don't agree with. Bears being 7-10, like I don't think the Bears are better than the Lions right now. I honestly don't. So they're Washington 8-9. At least they have a team from the NFC East actually having a winning record this year, so that's an improvement for the NFC East. Bucks 14-3. I can buy into that one. Jets 5-12. Texans winning a game maybe. Bengals 6-11. That's one, like, I would have felt more comfortable if that was the Lions' record for them, and I would have been like, all right, USA Today kind of knows what they're doing. But 3 wins, Vegas also has that as their over-under, and it was in the chat last night, our Woodward Sports chat, and everyone's saying, go put your money on that bet. Like, the Lions are going to win more than 3 games.
Yeah, I'm going to go. I'm definitely taking that bet. Easy. I mean, 3 games, I just don't, again, I don't want to sound like a broken record. I just don't see it. I just don't see that they regress any more than they regressed already last year. The ceiling can only go up. They had the worst defense they had historically worst defense last year. So just off of that alone, I don't think they can't go lower than that. They're gonna be a better team.
Right. Even if we have like a top 25 defense, you're still gonna get 1 or 2 more wins because of that. Like, and I'm not saying we need to be middle of the pack. I'm not saying we're top 10. I'm just saying we're not bottom third.
We're not gonna be 32.
Right. And historically bad. But, you know, we did lose a defensive genius and a head coach, so it's gonna hurt.
I don't know. Shit, that might help.
So, yeah, USA Today has the Lions at 3-14. I think this is absolutely ridiculous. But, you know, if I'm a betting man and I can make some money off of people's stupidity, I want to make some money off of people's stupidity. So go put that bet down. I will back this. The Lions are definitely winning more than 3 games. I had them going 8-9, and even if I'm wrong by 3 games, that's 5. You know, so like you gotta take advantage of this when people are disrespecting the Lions like this, especially when it came out that we have a top 10 line. When has ever a team had a top 10 line and been awful? Never.
And then even off of just having that top 10 line, Jared Goff is not a bad quarterback. I believe DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams are going to be a promising backfield. But I know I know that there are question marks at wide receiver, but
yeah, I
believe that Quintez Cephas and Tyrell Williams, they'll have at least serviceable seasons. T.J. Hawkinson, he's rated as somewhere between a top 5, top 6 tight end in the league, so they're gonna at least be able to score. And I just don't understand the ranking. I'm leaving it at that. I just don't understand the ranking. 3-14 is.
Yeah, 6-11 or 7-10. That's who Patty has us going. And then Dan's got a great comment here. If Aaron Rodgers does decide to go back and play, will they even get the same Aaron Rodgers? And that is a good question. Don't you dare say we can't be worse.
You jinxing son of a bitch. You see the name on it?
It's Chad, but not that Chad.
Chad, but not that Chad. That's funny, but
when it's really that Chad,
right?
But I don't get it about the Aaron Rodgers. Why don't they just trade the dude? He does not want to be there. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and not get anything for him. We're gonna try Jordan Love out and make Aaron Rodgers sit. That'll show him. No, you dumbass. That's a stupid decision. Go ahead and get assets for a dude that does not want to be there. If a guy does not want to be there, ship him. Get over your ego. Get something for him. If the decision is, I think we said this before, if the decision is him retiring or trading him and getting something for him, trade him and get something for him. Don't be the scorned girlfriend who, if I can't have him, nobody can.
Right.
That's weak shit. Move him.
Well, also, you had Brett Favre and you let him walk. I'd argue Brett Favre is maybe a better quarterback than Aaron Rodgers. So if you could get over Brett Favre, we could have that argument.
At his prime, Brett Favre.
They both have the same amount of Super Bowls. They both led the same team to a Super Bowl. Like, you think Aaron Rodgers is that much better than Brett Favre?
Fuck yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
I would trust in any game-winning situation, making any kind of throw, getting the team ready to win. I would definitely trust Aaron Rodgers to be smarter with the ball, more protective with the ball. The guy, I think he went several consecutive seasons with single-digit interceptions. I think if you're looking for a risk taker, yeah, I would take Brett Favre as a risk taker, gunslinger, but better QB. Even though he hasn't won anything in a long time, I'm taking Aaron Rodgers over Brett Favre all day.
Wow. Yeah, if I'm starting a franchise and those are my two I had to pick, I'm taking Favre. I just love the way Favre played the game. Like, that gunslinger mentality did get him in some trouble. He threw a lot of bad passes, but he also threw a lot of great passes.
I still remember that bad pass he threw during, I think it was the NFC Championship game against the Eagles. He threw that shit up there. I'm like, where is that ball going? and I think even the safety was looking like, did he just punt this to me?
But Brett Favre seemed to be a better teammate.
Okay, that is true. Better teammate. I think Greg Jennings said it. He liked playing with Brett Favre better, but he had better stats with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Listen, I'm taking Brett Favre. Adam just commented, Aaron Rodgers is like 0-24 against winning teams being down heading into the fourth quarter. I saw that stat like last week, and I was shocked by that too.
Wow.
I didn't know that, but I'm taking Brett Favre, baby.
I think, and you know what? Honestly, I think it's more than 0-24. I think it's in the 30s.
Yeah, it's something. Either way, it's an O.
Yeah, it's an O. It's an O, but I think it's more than 24. I think I want to say it's 0-37.
Good God, man.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I think it's more.
And this is your hero? That's your king?
Hey.
So that's what USA Today has us predicted at. Obviously, I feel the Lions are going to win more than 3 games. Corey, do you think they're going to win more than 3 games?
Yes.
Joey, 3 games?
Way more.
Fish, do you think more than 3 games?
Yes.
Hold on. Christopher Smith said I'm a young pup that didn't see Brett Favre play. I'm fucking 35. I saw Brett Favre play.
Yeah, don't let Corey fool you. This dude is not as young as he looks.
I seen Brett Favre whoop the Lions. I seen Brett Favre whoop the Lions' ass every Sunday. I'm scoring. I just think I would take Aaron Rodgers over him.
All right. Well, you're too young, Corey. You don't know things. I'm too young. You don't know things. Get out of here.
7'8", baby.
That is one of the best parts about Corey is you look so much younger than you are. Like even when you first started working here and you gave us your ID to like run through the system.
I remember Adam. I told Adam I was 34. Shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here. You're not 34. And he's like, let me see your ID. And he like. And he hears Adam's voice, holy fucking shit.
Bro, you're 34. So, yeah. USA Today, we're going to prove you wrong. That's all I got to say about that. And, Joey, you want to tell them about playing golf with D-Mac?
Man, that's what it's all about, is playing golf with D-Mac, because this is, first off, sold out, so you have no other way to get in besides at woodwardsports.com right now. You're going to click on the PAM at the top, which stands for Public Adjusters of Michigan, because they are giving you a chance to win a twosome in the 3rd annual Darren McCarty Charity Golf Outing, August 6th at the Links of Novi. We love our friends at PAM, so take advantage of this at woodwardsports.com right now.
Good morning, everyone.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
Let's get into Joey's news.
Let's go.
All right, so all of the latest Detroit sports stars have been at these Tigers games, bringing us some luck, because we have been 6-0 since All-Star break. And we had Nick earlier, who was the one that took the picture with Cade Cunningham, Sadiq Bey, and then yesterday took a picture with Jared Goff himself, who we saw at the game. Look at him.
He looks happy as hell, man.
Detroit Lions. Crowd loved it, appreciated that he is here wearing a Tigers jersey. And he is here, I believe, courtesy of A.J. Hinch.
Beautiful pitch right there.
Right.
And he also brought back the luck of Akil Badu because he hit it out the park on this.
3-1 to Akil Badu. Fly ball, right center field. Back goes Eli White, and he leaps.
You know what? I was
it.
going to ask you guys if I could go to the 1 o'clock game before, my little situation.
Yeah, I mean, this 1 o'clock game is going to give us the opportunity to sweep the Rangers. So that's at 1:10 today.
They will.
The ending of that game, though, I was watching it. I was at Casey's in Walled Lake. I was eating some dinner out there yesterday. I don't know why I had a bad feeling. I thought we were going to blow it. I got so nervous.
Yeah, no, Soto came out and shut him down in the 9th inning. Like, the relievers pitched really well yesterday. Our starter got us through 7 innings, and it was just a good game, man. The Tigers are playing good, solid baseball last night, and like you said, you see Jared Goff there. The crowd's excited for him. When I was talking to Nick earlier before the show, he was saying that Jared Goff seems very excited to be here in Detroit because in L.A., he wasn't treated right. We're going to treat you right here, especially if you deliver us wins. Oof. You are going to get treated like a goddamn king here in Detroit. So, Jared Goff, welcome to the city. The only thing I wish the Tigers would have done is had that jersey for Cade, too. That's what we were talking about. Jared Goff got his own golf jersey. Yeah. Why didn't they have a Cunningham jersey ready for Cade?
Well, you know what? And to be fair, they probably watched the show when we gave them hell not having Cade's jersey. So they're like, can't fumble twice. Go ahead and have Goff's jersey ready. They probably, and you know what? They probably also knew that Goff was coming. But again, you still could have ran down to the Tigers shop and was like, "Hey, just get a blank jersey and get him in there and get the photo op." He ain't got to take a picture of the back. Just get him in the front with the old English.
Dude, we're talking the MLB. You know damn well they got a machine in there that can stitch it up in 5 seconds.
Jerseys on deck. But no, it's got to feel really good for Jared Goff to come to a city that actually is rooting for him to do well. Because in L.A., Jeff Fisher was his coach early on and kind of trashed the guy coming out, and then McVay got there and kind of changed the narrative on what Goff is. Yeah. But here, we're just happy to have him, and if he wants to be a part of this city, which it already appears he does, he's going to be a star in this city if he delivers us some wins. And all you got to do is deliver more than 3, and you're beating everybody's predictions.
And again, when you're wanted somewhere, you would think you would tend to play better. I mean, he's wanted here. He's being embraced in the city's culture. Everybody's happy to see him. I think that is going to translate well for his whole mentality of okay, you know what? I'm already coming in with a chip on my shoulder. My old team basically kicked me out the door and then sandbagged me on my way out. Now I'm in my new home where I didn't expect to be at, and everybody's just so welcoming to me and wants me here. Let's go.
Let's go.
And Netflix will be releasing a documentary next month on the Malice at the Palace, guys.
I love it.
It's going to be amazing.
Dude, I love it. I wonder what approach they're going to take to this story, too. Are they going to build up the backstory? How does this work? And
as long as Steven Jackson says what he said last time about the Malice in the Palace,
I'm fine. That hit was amazing.
Because Steven Jackson said that, no, y'all don't. I believe he said, no, that wasn't in Detroit. That was in Auburn Hills. If we was in Detroit, we probably wouldn't have made it out.
He knows. That's very true. Every time I watch this, Ron Artest is such a bitch, man. You push Ben Wallace in the back, then Ben turns around and throws you across the court.
Throws his hands up in the air oh, my God, he pushed me.
And then all of a sudden, play that back real quick. I mean, we could break down just this part of it, but look at the ref is able to push Ron Artest away from Ben Wallace after he gets in the middle. You could tell Ron Artest wanted none of this smoke. Look at throat push, back. Now all of a sudden this tiny ref can hold you back?
Right.
Are you kidding me?
Right.
You kidding me? Punk ass. And then John Green with the ultimate cup throw of all time. I still give that guy massive credit for being, 30 rows up, half-filled cup of beer, tosses it, lands perfectly on the dude's chest as he's lying on the scorer's table.
Can we do a contest and call it the John Green contest to celebrate?
Yeah, we should. We have to.
We should do that.
We have to. Honestly. Well, maybe we'll do that at draft night.
Yeah.
And then poor Jared from Subway. Oh, God. That's going to be such a good...
Amazing. I'm excited.
How many parts is the documentary going to be? Do you know?
I don't know all that. There really wasn't much information, really. It was more so just tweets circulating.
So awesome.
And Hopefully it's the long one, though.
As much as it sucks that that's our identity, it's awesome that that's our identity.
You know, one guy that you can never get mad at, no matter what he does, is Giannis. He is such an asshole, but in the best way possible, because yesterday morning went to Chick-fil-A to order a 50-piece.
Are you going to say your order? Can I have a 50-piece? Sorry, I will put you. Can I put your camera? Do you mind or no?
He's so polite.
There's 150,000 people watching you right now.
Really?
Yes. So can I have please a 50-piece Mac Minis, 50 exactly, okay. Not 51, not 49, chicken minis, yes, 50, and let me have a large drink, no ice, half Sprite, half lemonade.
Half Sprite was trending on Twitter yesterday.
Not 51, not 49 chicken minis, yes. 50. That is some.
My favorite. Is it okay I put you on camera? Like,
you're going
the best.
150,000 people are watching me right now.
That girl, do you think she had any clue who he was?
Nah, she thought he was bullshitting.
Well, you know what? I think
she had no clue.
I think she did. If you watch the whole, there's a whole clip. Before she took his order, there were like fans chanting his name right behind her. So I think if she didn't know before then, she kind of got it right before she took his order. And he was driving going through the drive-thru, letting he was having some fun with it.
Yeah, it's a nice Benz he's got too.
I love that man. Honestly, I love that guy so much. Like just his personality, the way he talks, everything about him. He's such a likable guy.
And look at this. To all y'all people who are too good for fast food or anything like that, this guy has endorsements out the ass, a $230 million contract, and he celebrated an NBA championship by going to Chick-fil-A for breakfast.
It's the way to do it.
Real one.
And have you guys ever had half Sprite, half lemonade?
Never heard of half Sprite, half lemonade.
It's special.
Is it really?
Special.
Add a little 8 Mile to that, and you're good to go.
And that's a creation right there. Let's call it the Giannis.
The Giannis?
The Giannis. And our boy Amani Bates took on Bronny, LeBron James' son. King James was in the building. I love watching these two go at it. Amani, one of my favorite basketball players. He is the #1 recruit in the class of 2022. And then Bronny, of course, LeBron James' kid. Dude's like, in the beginning, I was like, this guy's only getting all this love because he's LeBron James' kid, but he's actually panning out to be a good basketball player.
Bronny's smooth. He tries to play like his dad. His game is straight, but the one of his kids they need to talk more about is Bryce, because Bryce can actually shoot.
It's a big boy, too.
Yeah, so, I mean, everybody hyping Bronny, and I get it because everybody wants to see Bronny and LeBron play, but I think Bryce will end up being better.
Did Bates commit to anywhere yet? I know he committed.
Michigan State.
He did, but then he
decommit?
decommitted, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm thinking that it's going to come down to him going straight, yeah.
Yeah, he can go to the G League. I mean, they're paying. Might as well.
Hey,
I don't know, man. Now that the NIL, right.
Oh, and Monty Bay, we're talking about whatever his name was. Bryce, the quarterback. What was his name? Quarterback from Alabama. I forget his name.
Bryce Young.
Yeah. How much money he made? Damn near
already over $1 million.
Yeah. Imagine the money Amani Bates would get. Honestly, that would probably be the biggest amount of money that any college player could make. I would guess Amani Bates.
Well, then he better go to Michigan where they're paying you off your jerseys. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not a Michigan booster or anything like that. But go where the money is, kid.
Oh yeah. Texas and Oklahoma both looking to get out of the Big 12 to join SEC conference. And the induction into the SEC would require a 75% majority vote of the conference's current schools.
God, the SEC. Why don't we just make the SEC the official Division I college football? If they get both these guys too.
I mean, it is
the best.
It's already that.
It is already the best conference. But then you take those two and add them to it. Damn.
Let's be real. Big Ten football ain't what it used to be. We got a couple teams, right. But you look at the SEC. Man, I guarantee you 95% of any SEC football player goes to the NFL.
I think they're getting closer and closer to just having pretty much just 5 those big
power
conferences, and that's it.
They should have 4.
Yeah.
That's what we were talking about yesterday with Joik, because we were talking about Division I going to the playoff schedule like they did in Division II, and Joik loves the Division II layout. But yeah, I think it's going to go to 4 power conferences. The winner of each conference makes the finals, and then those teams play it out for the national championship. What you got, Fishy?
Oh my God, this is big news. Texas and Oklahoma are leaving. They're going to the SEC. Oh my God, big news. It's not big news. It means nothing. They're not leaving.
You don't think
Until
they're
more
leaving?
comes out, they're not leaving. This happens every single year. Teams want to leave to go to different conferences for either football, basketball, whatever sport they're good in. Some of the East teams are good at lacrosse. It happens every year. And does it happen? Nope.
If I'm one of those teams, though, I'm not going to the SEC. I'm going to the ACC, where I can win championships and I want to be
but
Clemson.
that's their fight, though. That's their fight is that they bring in too much money, so they got to be in a conference that they actually could benefit from.
Yeah.
Because they look at it as for the Big 12, they're bringing all the money, whereas all these other teams aren't.
Right, but they're bringing all that money because they're getting all those wins in the Big 12. You move to the SEC and you start becoming a 500 football team, money's going to be a little bit lower.
That's going to cause drama if Texas and Oklahoma go because Kansas is going to want to go.
Kansas football? Come on.
Well, they're not good football, but they're just
decent.
going to want to go because most teams go for their whole for all sports,
all athletic program, right?
92% of teams.
But let's be real though, this only matters for football. I mean, you look at basketball, it was always the ACC. You look at football, now it's SEC football that wins.
And also, the SEC has some bad teams.
Yeah, they do.
The SEC
but
is
put those
not.
SEC teams in the Pac-12 or you put them in the ACC, and they're not so bad. If you're playing Alabama every year, just mark that down as a loss.
Honestly, if you lose 55-20, that's considered a win. You at least put up 20 points against them. And lastly, the newest expansion team, Seattle Kraken, have selected Dennis Cholowski from the Wings, and this guy right here is a part of a new team. That's got to be such a cool feeling.
Yeah, it's got to be bittersweet.
Yeah.
That a team wants you and obviously pulls you off the roster, but, you got to uproot your life and go live in Seattle and play for a new expansion team.
It's got to be fun, though, at least to be a part of something new like that.
I mean, if they can do what Vegas did in their first year and make it to the Stanley Cup Finals, hell yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, that's crazy. Them Golden Knights were on fire.
It was a good expansion draft for them. What's up, Fish?
I'll try to remember to ask DMAC this 3 to 5 the hook, by the way. He's the hockey expert. Why do they pick from the 32 teams? Why can't they have homegrown talent?
That's just how you do an expansion
draft.
Because
it's supposed to be Seattle, but you look and there's like 2 people that are actually from Seattle.
Oh, well,
the rest are not Seattle people. Most teams have some sort of or have been with the team for a long time where they can call this their home.
Yeah, there was one guy that they drafted or that they took that had been with the team for like 8 to 10 years.
To where you're like, oh, this is Seattle? Well, there's no people.
That's how expansion drafts worked, man. It screwed the bad boys back in the day when Mahorn literally got drafted in the expansion draft like right after the Pistons won a championship. And, they talked about that in the Bad Boys documentary. Expansion drafts are good, but they're also bad.
Yeah, but I mean, look at the Lions, Fish. I mean, how many Detroiters are on the Lions team?
I can't name them, but there's people that have been with the team for a long time where they can call home.
Right.
Honestly, barely at this point.
But if you're in that profession, you got to be willing to move around the country. That's how it works. You don't even own the rights to yourself. It's like, nope, you're traded the next day.
How the locals feel. Knowing they have a team and it's like, oh,
hey, at least they got a hockey team now. I'll be happy.
All over the world and not really Seattle-based.
I mean,
I think you're focusing on the wrong thing, Fish. No team has a lot of players from their hometown. Like, we're lucky we have Larkin here from Waterford, but that's a rarity. A rarity.
Okay.
And we go off to Jeff real quick to see what is trending with our boy Jeff.
And before I start this little segment, I just want to say, how are you guys? Because yesterday I did not ask.
We're good.
Okay, you know what? That's good. All right, now we'll begin the segment.
Screw you. Tell us about your hair and wave your hair.
You know what? God, I'm a hair slut. I swear to God. No, the first video, God, it's been trending. And it's gotten Tyler Hero into some hot waters. He was asked, he had a little event over the weekend. He's got to spoke to some people. And he got asked a question, who do you think, in your opinion, is the best Heat player of all time? And he gave his answer, and you could just hear for yourself.
In your opinion, who is the best Heat player of all time?
Oh, best team player? Best Heat player. Heat player of all time. That's a tough one. I have to say LeBron James. Okay. I mean, I can't go wrong. D-Wade, LeBron, either or. But I feel like growing up for me, LeBron was probably my favorite player on the Heat.
See, what you guys don't understand, and sometimes I think there are people that in the adults don't either. It's all.
Yeah. Listen, man. He's been with the Heat for 2 years. You're around a legend like D-Wade, and you can't say LeBron. You can't. He's the best player in a Heat uniform, but come on, best all-time Heat player is Dwayne Wade.
I can't stand D-Wade with a passion, and I still would not utter such nonsense.
But you're a basketball guy. Like, if you were to ask people on the street this question, I know you're going to be mad
Tyler
at me.
Hero plays basketball. Right. He should be a basketball guy.
I'm just saying, when you look at it.
You
like
ask any basketball player, and they're going to say Dwayne Wade is the greatest player in Heat history. And if they don't say Dwayne Wade, an acceptable second would be Alonzo Mourning.
Okay,
that's it.
Well, you know what Tyler Hero just did? He finalized the debate. Ball player or basketball player. And he's a basketball player. He's not a baller. He doesn't get the game.
It seems he forgets that Dwayne Wade led the Miami Heat to a championship with just an old Shaq, a little old Shaq.
Their first championship.
So they're just going to disregard that.
I'm against it. I'm going with Juwan Howard, baby. The greatest of all time.
I mean, if we're really going to do this, Udonis Haslem has to be one of the greatest Heat players. The dude's been there 47 years. He was there when the franchise started. He's going to be there when the franchise dies. Like, Haslem is everything. He's Mr. Heat.
You want to say Udonis, okay. Right. I mean, it would have been wrong, but okay, Udonis, cool, but
he bleeds, man.
I just thought it was funny, like, the balls he had. He said it and just kind of smiled, like, and everyone's probably looking at him like, damn, that was not the answer we were expecting.
D-Wade gave him a call. D-Wade gave him a call.
Someone gave him a call.
He's going to be traded tomorrow.
I mean, he should be traded after how he played this year.
But the second video, we know Prime, Deion Sanders. He's got the coaching gig at Jackson State, and he had his press conferences over the last couple of days, and he got offended when someone called him by Deion instead of Coach Sanders. Check this out.
Thanks, Coach. Okay, let me get Nick. Nick's a good guy.
Nick Suss, you're up.
Hey, Deion, I was just wondering if you could...
hold on. Let's back up a little bit. You don't call Nick Saban Nick. Don't call me Deion. Okay.
I call Nick Saban Nick.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. That's a lie. If you call Nick Nick, you know you'll get cussed out on the spot. So don't do that to me. Treat me like Nick.
Okay, Deion.
All right.
Just
he left?
Yeah, he straight up walked out. He said, you wouldn't call Nick Saban Nick, but it's like, I don't...
Best part is the reporter's like, yeah, I do.
Hey, it's a little bit of both. It's like, listen, did he get a little butthurt? Yes, but it's like, you can't be calling him first name basis.
You guys realize it's all jokes. You can clearly see that he obviously knows at the start of the video, he said, I want Nick. He obviously, they know
No, but this is, there is other videos in practice when players call him Deion. He gets offended in like a joking way. Like, it's a big thing. He does not like to be called Deion by his first name.
You can clearly tell it's all joking.
Yeah, but I'm on the fence. You know, like there are some coaches who are where they set that tone where you can just call me like, hey, you can call me by my first name, and then if you don't have that kind of relationship or you're talking to them, the proper thing would be to do at least say coach. You don't have to say maybe Coach Sanders. You can at least just say, hey, coach. You know,
right.
I wonder with Stafford if you called him Matt, if he would say no, it's Matthew, because I know like the Lions as an organization did that. But what about him personally? Was he like that?
That's a trickle down thing. That doesn't just come out of anywhere. If a play, if you're getting those type of orders, it's coming from the player. They don't want to be addressed that way.
But yeah, I thought that was interesting. I'm like, wow, Deion, he said, I'm out. He got right up. But no, the third video, obviously Joey's news. We went over the Giannis getting his 50-piece nugget. Not 51, not 49, 50-piece nugget. And afterwards, he drove by some fans, and God, this fan got to do something we all want to do. Check this out. Look at, he has it right in the front seat. He was able to touch the trophy.
He ran up and touched Giannis's balls.
Now let me ask you guys this: would MJ ever let someone touch the trophy, or like if someone had it like in that presence? Giannis is such a nice guy. He just lets anybody come up and touch the Larry O'Brien trophy.
MJ ain't gonna be out in the public with folk.
So he doesn't socialize with the underlings.
Right. Like commoners. I just how nonchalant. Like you bring. Hopefully, when we get a championship in Detroit, I can come put my hands on it. Cause,
oh man, freaking.
Yeah, that's something. I mean, it's nice to see it, but to come touch the thing is just. I mean, that's a whole nother level.
I got a picture of me holding the Larry O'Brien trophy back in 2004.
Do you really?
Yeah.
See, I was only 4. I didn't really get to experience
real
it.
one?
Yeah. Yeah, they let local radio stations take it around and do appearances. I think we were at Southland Mall with it in the parking lot, letting people come by and take pictures.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a sweet trophy.
Hey, do they have like replicas for that or what?
No, it was the real deal. Like it was in the Tiffany's case, and like they had somebody escorting it with us and everything. But yeah, I got a picture. I'll try to find it while we're on the air so we can throw it up there. But
yeah,
who escorted? Because sometimes I look at them like Brinks trucks. And they got the littlest fella doing it, and I'm like, you gotta have some big old security guard doing it,
especially if it's the only one.
Yeah. Out of the 4 major sports, which one do you think has the best trophy?
The Stanley Cup is
the Stanley
the
Cup.
lore of it, but the look of it, I think the World Series, I think MLB's trophy is the best looking, but the Stanley Cup has the most like cachet.
Yeah.
Like if there's anything that you want to do, it's just hoist that Stanley Cup straight up in the air, like
drink
this.
out of it.
Drink out of it.
Eat a bowl of cereal or whatever.
Eat a
half
cereal
Sprite, half lemonade. Like, come on.
No ice. Yeah, right. But yeah, that's videos today on what's trending with Jeff. So
thank you, Jeff. Joey, you want to tell about Bridge Street Exchange?
I do. You know why? Because I love Bridge Street Exchange, and our next guy, Terry Foster, is even a big fan of them. He's going to be on the show right after this. And when Terry likes something, that's fashion right there. He knows best. So go to bridgestreetexchange.com right now. Use the code word WSN to get 15% off your entire order and look like Terry.
Tony is a third-generation logger that has a simple, practical approach to life and work. That's why his Coast DX342 knife is perfect for him. The stainless steel blade is rust-resistant and made for all-weather use. And the double roll-lock safety ensures that it will never inadvertently close when he doesn't want it to. That's why Coast is trusted tough.
Corey's been wearing this LeBron James jersey around the network. It's been falling down a lot. And you know, really, that's it. Dan Campbell is going to be the man for the Lions. Don't you agree, Corey? I didn't even touch you. Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Thank you guys for waking up with us this morning and being a part of our day. We love you guys in the comments. We love the likes. We love the shares. And we just love the overall interactions that you guys have on the morning show. So keep it up in the chat. We appreciate you on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and, of course, Twitch. And make sure you download our app as well. And tomorrow, it's finally here. We've been promoting it for about 6 weeks. Our Kick for Crypto contest. $25,000 could be yours if you can punt a football into the back of our Woodward Sports Zot truck. And it's going to be awesome. It's happening at Imagine Theaters in Novi. We've qualified people, and make sure you show up tomorrow at 3 p.m. Even if you're not qualified, we're going to have a couple more options to qualify on the spot. But that is where we're doing our $25K Kick for Crypto. First kick at 4 p.m., but make sure you show up at 3 p.m. to register. $25,000 could be yours.
Let's take bets real quick, too. I want everyone to take a guess right now. You could comment. Do you think the Detroit Lions punter, Jack Fox, can do this successfully or not? Because he's doing it today at 4 o'clock.
Is he getting one try or is he getting multiple?
We'll give him a couple chances.
Okay.
We'll give him a couple chances. But, I mean, that's the Lions punter.
So, like, does it have to, like
has to go straight in.
Straight in, stay in the bed, cannot bounce out.
Straight in, can't bounce out.
35
by the way,
yards.
can you use the back window?
Yeah, if it hits it on the fly.
Hits the bat, hits the back window, stays in. Is that legal? Okay.
As long as it stays in, doesn't hit the ground, it's good.
You know what? Hate to do this. I'm going against Jack Fox. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it.
Wow.
Put a little bit of pressure on him.
Pro Bowl punter?
I don't think he's going to be able to do it.
You realize he has the busiest job in all of NFL football because the Lions punt every damn possession.
Well, let's get someone qualified to be out there with us on Friday right now. No matter where you're watching, enter in the chat. Just put Fox. Let's put Fox in the chat right now. Comment that, and Jeff will pull a winner, and we will have them be a part of our $25K Kick for Crypto contest going on tomorrow at Imagine Theaters in Novi. It's about 9 a.m., so that means one thing. It's Thursday. And we have the lovely Terry Foster with us. Good morning, Terry.
Good morning, gentlemen.
How you feeling today?
I am fine. I don't think Fox is going to be able to do it. Here's why. I mean, when he punts, he kicks the ball hard. I don't think it's going to stay in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, he probably will try to get 5 seconds of hang time and think he's on the field, the forward field. I think it's going to be an upset. He's not going to accomplish it.
Yeah, when you said you had to, when it was they said it has to stay in there. I'm like, oh, I'm out. I think he can get it in there, but I don't think he can stay.
It's going to be like a Super Bowl. It's going to hit and bam, it's going to go out of there.
No, you put a little backspin on it and dull it down. I think it's easy.
He's going to think he's at the 2-yard line, and he's got to get the ball out of there so the Lions can the defense will have more field to work with. That's going to be his mentality. I don't know if you can switch that.
I think I easily got it. I'm going to go at one today.
Yeah, we're going to go today and try it out with him. I'm going to give it a punt. Joey's going to give it a punt. And tomorrow we're going to find out at Imagine Theaters in Novi.
Must be nice.
Huh?
Must be nice.
It is nice, Fish. Thanks.
I actually get to witness this. I'm excited to see what you guys do. Now, I always try to come in a good mood, but Juicy pissed me off over here.
What did Jeff do?
All right. He didn't do it, but he brought up the whole Deion Sanders thing. I am sick and tired of these coaches. I have to be called coach. You're not a doctor. You're not the president. You're not saving lives. You're not curing cancer. You're coaching football or basketball. I think that's ridiculous that we have to call them coach.
Terry, he started a joke.
No.
Fish thinks
Nick
it's a joke.
Saban started this crap. You go there and call him Nick. He gets pissed.
I'm going to be honest,
and it's
Terry,
not a joke.
Even a doctor, I don't think it deserves that. Like if you're a priest or something, okay, you got to call him father. But for a doctor, like I'm sending out wedding invites, and I didn't put doctor for somebody. I put Mr. They straight up messaged me saying, can you update my invite to say doctor?
Oh, they take that shit serious.
Yeah, they do.
I replied and I said, no.
Nope.
I said, no, you asshole. You ain't my doctor.
No, just say don't come.
Yeah.
But sometimes if you see a doctor, you say, hey, what's up, doc? And it's in a Bugs Bunny type of way.
Yeah,
What's up, Doc?
Yeah, but,
Unless you're my coach, I'm not calling you coach. That's the thing. I don't know, though. If I saw Dan Campbell, I called him coach, and I made the mistake of calling Steve Yzerman captain, and I heard he hates being called captain when I rode an elevator with him many moons ago. Mm-hmm. And I guess he doesn't like being called captain, but I did that.
It's a case-by-case thing. Different people are different about it because I'm like, some coaches don't mind being called coach. Some coaches want you to call them by their first name. They would rather.
But let's put this in everyday life. What if I come up to you, Corey, and say, hello there, sports writer?
It depends. Like the way that you would do it is because your boys, you're just ripping on them. Like you said, what up, Doc? What up, Mr. Lions Insider? Like,
right.
You just
hello, Insider. What's up?
I feel you, but I will say this though. If I got a PhD, you calling my ass doctor. Fuck that.
If I spent 9 years in school.
All that money I spent, fuck that. You calling me doctor.
I earned a doctor.
My ass.
I paid for the doctor.
Now, what am I supposed to call you guys?
You can call me whatever the hell you want.
Hey, I went to 4 years of college. Do I get a doc?
No. You got to do more than 4 years.
Call me college
you got to get a doctorate.
Say, hello, dropout. How you doing?
Okay. I just call you Droppy for short.
There we go. Call
me
Ebron.
I just think it's just so ridiculous. I know coaches make a lot of money. They're paid more than anybody else at a university. But, we don't have to kiss your ass because you're a coach.
Right.
I just think it's ridiculous and it pisses me off. Thanks,
yeah, unless you're my coach. Unless you're my coach.
Yeah, but
then I will call you coach.
Yeah, but you're almost like a slave to them. You have to be respectful. You have to say certain things if you want playing time, if you want to stay on the team and everything. In instances like that, yeah, you call him coach.
Like Paige, our intern that's here on Monday and Tuesdays, her dad coached me in 8th grade basketball, and I still call him coach. Like it's a lifelong respect thing I have for him now.
You were a kid, though, so it's a little bit different.
Right, but it's still ingrained in me. Like Coach Porritt from St. Mary's, I still call him Coach. I don't call him George. I would feel so weird calling him George.
Same thing with me with Al Fracassa, but those are legends in high school sports.
And plus, they're like 60 years older than you.
Yes. Well, yeah. Yeah.
But if you're a grown-ass man and you're just all of a sudden meeting this guy, you don't have to call him Coach.
I just loved it how he was like, yeah, I call Nick Saban Coach. What are you talking about? Jeff, here's my picture with the Larry O'Brien trophy. My sister sent it in. There I am, 2004 stick. Yeah, you want to talk about hair, Jeff? You want to talk about hair?
Man, you could have been juicy.
I was juicy, Jeff, once upon a time. Once upon a time.
Juicy, you're going to look like Stick one day. How about that?
Yeah. Sorry, buddy.
I was funny because, like, EMU's president.
Yeah.
President James Smith. Do you call him James?
Oh, hey.
Oh, wow.
I call him Mr. Prez, actually, when I mess with him.
Because I call him President Smith.
Really?
Yeah.
He's one of those, though, that say, yeah, just call me James.
Yeah, and once he says that, then I'm like, okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's all personal. You know, it's like you reach a point where you don't want to be called Mr. or you don't want to be called that because it makes you feel older.
You know what? You can request it, but don't demand it. Don't say you got to call me that.
No, I get mad at Matthew Stafford for that one. Like, when you got to say, no, it's not Matt, it's Matthew. Like, come on, man. I'm just calling you by what I see.
Well,
remember that email?
We had another one. You couldn't call him Joe. You had to call him Joey.
Oh, Harrington?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Matt Millen, the only thing I liked about Matt Millen is he used to make fun of it. He says, we shouldn't have a quarterback around here called Joey. Change your name.
Yeah. I'm going through that right now. I'm like, at what age do I got to stop being called Joey?
You're different, though. Like, in the history of the NFL, there's never been a successful Joey. But then you go Joe Montana, Joe Namath, and it's like, oh, if you want to be a good quarterback, you got to beat Joe. You can't beat Joey.
Like, Joe Harrington got no ring to it, though.
It had a better ring than Joe.
Like, you couldn't call, like, you couldn't say Joey Namath.
Right.
It doesn't work. But Joe Namath does.
I laid that one.
Are you going to change your name, Joey?
What?
You going to change your name?
Hell no. Man.
I don't think you can because of the branding and everybody's synonymous with Joey.
Dude, I'm still stuck with Joey Radio, and I'm way gone radio.
Yeah.
So, Terry, they're coming out with a Malice at the Palace documentary. Were you covering the Pistons at that point?
I missed that game.
Okay.
I watched the game at some sports bar in Macomb County because I was on my way home, and I was thinking of going to the Palace, decided not to, and I kind of regret it. You know what? I probably would have all my clothes ruined or something, so maybe it's a good thing I didn't show up. But I was not at that game that night, but I was asked to represent Detroit on ESPN to talk about it.
Yeah. And what was your thoughts about it back then?
Crazy.
Yeah.
I know Ron Artest is nuts because after the Malice at the Palace, I had to go to Indiana to interview Ron Artest, or Metal World Peace. I don't know what he was at the time, but he told me, that, it was nuts and it was a crazy situation. He blamed everybody else except himself. But he did say this one thing, that he said he could play for the Pistons. He wouldn't mind playing for the Pistons, even after all that stuff happened. I said, fans will be after your ass every time you walk into the Palace. No, they won't, because then I'd be a Piston. I have a Pistons shirt on, so I'd be good.
Low key, you got a point, because he would have been our badass.
Right.
Man.
But he is a very interesting guy. The every time you interviewed him, you never knew where the interview was going. He didn't say much, but he talked crazy.
Right.
And so you would try to steer the interview this way and then go this way. And then it's like, okay, he's got control of this because this stuff is so good, I'm not going to stop him. But he said he could have played for the Pistons. Now, here's the thing, sports fans and Pistons fans, ask all the little Pistons guys, could you have accepted Ron Artest, a Meta World Peace, playing for the Pistons after the Malice in the Palace?
I could have. I definitely could have. I loved his game.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just the respect that went down that day, though.
I get it, but
there had to have been some words, though. If he were to come out and have said something, that would have been reaccepting for him to Detroit.
I would have been cool with it because the situation between him and Ben Wallace. I mean, players get into little scuffles every now and then. That ain't nothing personal, but hey, somebody throw a couple of me, I'm going in the stands whooping their ass too. So I mean, I get it.
The big one that a lot of people miss is when he left the court. He got splashed with like a Slurpee type of thing.
He had a shower.
I remember Tinsley coming back out. Was it Tinsley or was it Fred? Oh, who the hell was it? He came back out with a dustpan. Like that they were cleaning up. Like he was out there just swinging this dustpan all over the place.
And you know why I would have accepted him? Because that was Larry Brown's last year, and then they end up getting Flip Saunders for the next 4. They while they were a better offense, they kind of lost their edge a little bit. I think if they had Ron Artest, they would have had some edge to them still.
I mean, you saw when he went to L.A. after that.
And guys stopped listening to Ben Wallace, and that was another factor. Because Ben would always say, guys, we're not playing defense, and everybody said, okay, yeah, Ben's right, let's go. But then when Ben started talking, they're like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, it was a crazy time. I remember sitting on my couch watching it, and the game was kind of over, and it was just on in the background. I think we were about to turn on the TV and play some Madden, and then all of a sudden hell breaks loose, and I'm in my living room, I'm jumping up and down, I'm screaming at the TV, and it's a memorable moment for everybody who saw it live, and I'm sure if you were there and witnessed it, it had to be crazy. What was the general consensus in the media about it when they were asking to interview you and talk to you?
I think the thing is they were trying to portray Detroit as a bunch of thugs. This is what Detroit does. We're unscrupulous, got bad fans, and this is bad boys too. So that was the general consensus. And then people from Detroit says, this is not even Detroit, it's in Auburn Hills. What are you talking about? But that was the general consensus, because it's always Detroit we're a bunch of thugs.
Right.
I mean, they do the same thing in Denver. They've had riots in Denver. They've set police cars on fire and everything. But you only hear about Detroit.
Right, they throw batteries in Philly. They booed Santa.
Right.
We're not the only one. I mean, you saw it this year when NBA players started to come back, throwing popcorn, throwing stuff.
But dude, they used to put batteries in snowballs in Philly.
Good God.
Now, I will admit, Detroit started throwing snowballs before Philly at Tiger Stadium at the Lions. When the Lions ran off the field, they would throw snowballs at them because they were so pissed off at the team. But there's no batteries in there, so.
Oh my God! And also too, to go back on that the Palace, the Malice at the Palace. If that were in Detroit, like I said, or like Steven Jackson said, they wouldn't have made it out of there. They wouldn't have been able to get on that bus. That bus would have got lit up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All
the way to the airport.
Just imagine them playing that happening at the LCA, and then they got to go in that bus, and then they got to come out on Woodward or hop on 94. They wouldn't have got out.
So are you excited for the Netflix docuseries that's coming out on it? I mean, you were a part of the Bad Boys 30 for 30.
Right.
You were interviewed for that. Did Netflix reach out to you for this?
No, they can't. I wasn't at the game, so they won't come out to me. But, the thing is yeah, I'm interested in it, but I want to see another docuseries on Detroit. If you're going to do a docuseries on Detroit, you need to do it on the Detroit Lions and these poor people who follow this team, love this team,
right,
and have gotten very little out of it. And the reason I bring that up is because nationwide, before the Cubs won the World Series, like, oh, the poor little Cub fans, oh, we love them so much, and look what all the heartache they've had. What about the fucking Lion fans? Way more than the Cubbies, and I understand Chicago is bigger market and everything, but I like stories. Lion fans and the suffering they're going through is way better than the Cubs fans and what they went through.
Yeah, did you hear what Mike Tirico said last week about if the Lions win the Super Bowl, what it would be like at Ford Field and Woodward, that it would eclipse any celebration that has ever happened in the history of sports?
I think that's been said for 20, 30 years.
Yeah, well, it's been said for 50-some-odd years. Right. I can't wait if that ever happens. We talked about it a little bit earlier today. USA Today had us ranked pretty much dead last in the league, the Lions only winning 3 games. You think that's a little too low?
It's very low. That's low. They're not going to be great. And here's what I'm looking for in the Lions. For the Lions, I'm looking for them to win 6 games, maybe 5 or 6 games. And there's people out there says, and like Art, he's crazy. He's like, well, why am I looking? Why am I going to watch a game? Here's what you need to look for with the Detroit Lions this year. You can still root for them, but you're rooting for them not to be these teams that fall apart.
Right.
You want to see the fact that they've cut down on penalties, cut down on mistakes, and that they're competitive in games. And you know what? They just lost. Instead of melting down or having dumb mistakes or be up by 2 touchdowns with 30 seconds left and then lose the game, you want to eliminate the silly stuff.
Right. And I think we can.
Someone calls.
Uh-oh. Who's calling
that?
you, Terry?
Who's that?
Who's calling you?
I think it's Dan Campbell.
Oh, tell him I said what up. Let's have a
No,
Julio
it could have
Jones
been
moment.
because
Answer it
that
on
was
speakerphone.
Unlisted numbers.
Oh, you should have answered it on speakerphone. We could have given him some
Nah,
shit.
it was probably some. Look, guys, here's what happens to me. I'm over 60 years old. I get all these phone calls. They're trying to sell me hearing aids, Viagra. We can restore your hair and all this stuff. I'm just old. I'm content with what I am. I don't need all this stuff. And then they lie to you and say, well, we're just returning your phone call. No, I didn't call you about no damn hearing aid. That's what that's about.
Well, Terry, you also brought up a topic to me about 23% of people having sex in a certain location, and I want to discuss that with you.
Okay, now wait a minute.
Oh, wait, we got to take a break. We
Okay.
can discuss that on the other side of the break because there's an interesting statistic, and I want to talk about that next with Terry Foster. But first, let me tell you about the grand opening of Levels. It's happening in 8 days in Centerline. It's going to be absolutely amazing.
Level up, level up.
Yeah, level up. They're going to have food trucks out there. We're going to be doing our live show from out there. Actually, the entire Woodward Sports Network will be live out there all day long. That is Levels in Centerline next Friday starting at 8 a.m. It's their grand opening weekend. They're giving away a car. They have some Detroit artists are going to be a part of it. I can't exactly tell you who right now, but it's going to be amazing if you love Detroit hip-hop, I guess I can say, if you without giving it away. If you like that, you may want to show up to Levels. Plus, we got some cool giveaways to give to you. So it's going on. Levels in Centerline. We will see you next Friday with Woodward Sports.
If we got T-Baby there, I'm going crazy.
It's so cold in the D. Oh, God. We'll be right back with Terry Foster and Sex Talk.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. And at Hall Financial, we treat our clients like family. And our number one priority is giving each of our clients 5-star service. Our passion for 5-star service, combined with our expertise, allows us to find the best possible solution for refinancing your home loan. We take the time to focus on both the individual and the numbers. We're going to walk you through the process and close your loan in half the time of our competition. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today.
Welcome back to the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Thank you guys for waking up with us and watching on all of the platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. And, of course, our app, which is available for download for free in your Google Play or Apple stores. So it's Thursday. We have Terry Foster. Corey's stomach is not feeling well from his food poisoning last night, so we brought Terry up on stage with us to have this conversation. You like these?
Man, yeah, you threw up on the chair. I got this, ruined my pants.
That's what that smell is, man.
I'm glad it's throw up and not the other smell. That's for sure. So, Terry, you texted me this yesterday. 23% of people claim that they've had sex on public transportation.
Right.
And you think people are lying.
They're lying. First of all, let me admit, I have never had sex on public transportation. So, basically, 1 in 4 people are claiming they've had sex on a bus, a plane, a train,
yep.
subway. All right, have you?
Does this include Uber? Do you consider that like
Hey,
a
I got
taxi?
an Uber story.
Yeah,
actually.
but I don't think that's public transport.
Okay.
But you know what?
I think that's-
Maybe they are including Uber.
It's not
I
private
know it's
transportation.
public, but I don't know if they call it.
That's public. Let's classify it as public because
Okay.
I got a story.
What about Ferris wheels?
No,
No,
you
that's
did
not.
not.
No, you're not.
Take you
Technically,
anywhere.
you're not going anywhere. You're just coming back to where you started.
Okay,
so that's not transportation.
Yeah, I'm out of this. No, I've never.
Has anybody
I'm not in
had
the Mile High
sex
Club.
on-
I'm way too tall to get in the bathroom with another chick. Like
I don't do sex in a toilet. With there's a toilet around because it's nasty. Too many germs. I need a
it's a fair rule.
sanitized, thing.
Dude, I had an Uber when I was in Dallas, and this girl straight up said, "What are you doing tonight?" It was late. Just from the airport, dropped me off to the room. She said, "What are you doing tonight?" It was like 11 o'clock at night, and I was like, "Nothing. Probably just gonna sleep." And then she was cool. She didn't rub me that way whatsoever. She's like, "You mind if I come in there?" And I was like, "No." I was single at the time. I said, "Sorry, I got a girlfriend." She was nasty. Let me tell you.
The girlfriend was nasty, or this girl was nasty?
No, I didn't have a girlfriend.
Oh,
at
you
the
said
time.
you said you had a girlfriend.
Yeah, lie. Shit. If you
Oh,
saw what
okay.
she looked like, you would have said the same
Oh,
thing.
because homegirl was nasty, so you're not touching
Rough.
that. I get you now.
So Terry, you haven't had sex in like public transportation. What about at like a sporting event in a suite or something like that? Because I know lots of people who've hooked up
What?
at Lions
No.
games, Tigers games.
I
oh
will
yeah,
admit-
those suites. What do you think those suites are for?
I never even
To
thought
watch
about
the
that.
game.
What?
To watch the game.
No.
Only
No.
you dirty-minded people are
you
thinking
never
about
heard the
sex
story?
in a Lions
This is not a
suite.
suite, but the Toronto Rodgers Center.
Yep.
People
It's
would have
hotels.
sex in the hotel rooms, and they leave the curtains open. You could see them.
Well, they're a bunch of dumbasses. I can't help you there.
Some people like that voyeuristic aspect of it, man.
Okay.
Now, I will
but-
admit this. I have had sex in most of...
You gonna stop there? Yeah, good job, Terry.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
Sex.
And it felt so good.
No, I have had sex in just about every radio station that I've worked for.
My man.
When you say in, you mean like in the actual station?
Including with my wife, and she denies it.
Like,
So, girl, you were there. It had to be you. Oh, no,
Like-
we didn't do
Wait,
that.
wait,
Oh,
like in the
Hold up,
studio?
T.
Yeah.
T, was wifey a groupie?
Nah.
She was a little fan back then?
No. She's very straight-laced, but if you hang out with me, at some point in your life, you get a little bit crazy and like you do stuff you don't want to do.
Yeah.
If you want to stay with me. Just saying. No, but we did. But if she was here, she'd say, "Oh no, we didn't do that. I would never do anything."
I
Okay.
mean, all of these public transportations, I just feel like it's so tough. Like on an airplane, who the hell, first off, could fit? And second off, who got the balls to do that?
I mean, the Mile High Club is a thing. Like, lots of people are in it. I don't think... to me, the plane is probably the most obvious of this. Train, probably. You know, like, I could see it happening. Like,
Yeah, they have business class.
Okay, I don't know if this counts.
Get the business class?
No, I do not.
I got pleasured on a plane
Oh.
under a blanket
Hey.
in the cabin. The
So that
regular cabin.
counts.
Well, I did.
You had relations. So
Yeah,
you're
but I
part of the
didn't-
23%.
I did not. I guess
Enter.
I guess I'm like President Clinton. I did not actually have intercourse with his woman.
Well, at least she helped you out in other ways, Terry.
She did. And it was unexpected, but it
Corey
happened.
just got you. He said that's why Terry got that call for the Viagra.
Where did you see this article, or where did you see this fact?
This was, I have my little website. This was in USA Today.
Well, really?
Yeah.
USA Today coming with the hard-hitting journalism lately.
We did not like them for that record earlier for
I was
the
going to
Lions.
say, not only are they fucking up the Lions record, they're talking about weird percentages. So, yeah, I guess people in the chat right now, let us know. Just put a thumbs up or thumbs down whether you're part of the 23%. Because Terry doesn't believe you. What percentage do you think is a real reflection?
I say 5, 6%.
Not even 5. Not even. That's a big number.
It's happened. I mean,
We got 100%, I would assume, in
well,
here.
what? Hang on.
Unless our next guest on here is some freaks, but I think we're at 100%.
But wait a minute. What does a train have? Some of the better trains.
They got sleeping
they
cabins.
have little sleeping cabins.
Yeah.
So
on trains?
you don't think anybody smooching in
I'll
there?
be real. I've never been on a train.
Really?
Never.
Yeah.
Besides that train at Henry Ford or wherever that is, I've never been on one.
You're talking like the Amtrak trains, right? Or are you talking like the New York
Yeah, but that's
Boston
public
trains?
transportation.
Okay. Yeah, but there's I mean, the New York Boston trains are there
Oh,
sleeping
because the
cabins
Boston
in those?
ones you have, but not the New York trains.
But
Fish?
the Amtrak ones, they have sleeping cabins, right?
Yeah. And that would make it easier if you definitely had a sleeping cabin. Because like I said, Mile High Club ain't ever going to happen for me. I can barely fit in those bathrooms by myself.
Well, wait a minute. Hang on. For people who are real big ballers, you can fly from Detroit to the Middle East, cost you $26,000 for that first class thing. But you've got a like a little bed.
Yeah, they bring you everything.
A little dinette set, and they have a shower. Jennifer Aniston was promoting that, and so I looked it up.
I record a highlight reel for that one to promote with Jennifer.
Yeah, but you could have sex in there and nobody would know. Now what I did is I priced a round trip ticket and it was $26,513.
Good God, you buy the damn plane?
That's just for one trip. That's round trip. So it's
Round
two
trip.
trips.
Not public transportation, but on the tee box of a golf course in the middle of the day. Our boy Jeff right there. That's not bad. Yeah, sporting fields like 50-yard line of a football field, may have happened. Baseball field in high school, may have happened.
I had sex on a softball diamond.
Okay.
Back in the day. And the woman bitched at me. Do you know why?
Sand in the butt crack?
Nope. She got bit on the ass by mosquitoes. So I said, what am I supposed to do? Spray your ass off? I was just trying to. I didn't
just
know.
keep smacking it. Oh, it's a mosquito.
Right.
Oh, it's a mosquito. There's another mosquito.
I guess I should have smacked that ass twice.
Right. Kill the mosquitoes. Terry, you also wanted to bring up people shifting conferences. We kind of touched on it a little bit earlier with Joey's news.
Great transition.
Yeah.
How do you get out of that to this?
Well, there really is no way. But what do you feel about the teams Oklahoma wanting to get out?
Okay. Well, all I care about is the Big Ten.
Okay.
And I think the Big Ten fell asleep again. And the SEC is like, we're going to be the king dogs. So they're bringing in Texas, who's overrated as a football program.
Sorry,
but
that comment killed me.
They got a big-ass brand. Texas is like Michigan. They don't do shit, but you pay attention to them.
Right.
You pay money. They draw big ratings, and they haven't been relevant for a decade. So then the SEC's got Texas, and then Oklahoma's actually doing something on the football field. So when you bring in schools to your conference, you only pay attention to football. You don't care about basketball or field hockey or anything. But the SEC now their brand is huge now. So now what's going to happen at some point? We're going to have 4 super conferences with 16 teams. Now, how does the Big Ten counter that?
Do they go at Notre Dame?
That's
always the low-hanging fruit.
I know, but Notre Dame is always, no, we're not going to be in the Big Ten.
We get
like
our own TV money.
They went to the ACC last year.
Well, sort of.
Kinda.
ACC, though, that's a trash league now. Come on. Even when you
Yeah,
talk
but they still
basketball,
went.
ACC used to be a big one. But
They
look at
still went
basketball
to
this last year.
conference.
Big Ten was the one that kind of dominated that.
Till the tournament.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yep.
But I think you got to pull your pants down for Notre Dame again and say, please, beg them. But then who's the other team? You got to find somebody else for it to be a 16-team conference. I think Notre Dame would be perfect because it's right in our region and everything. But
that's what I'm trying to think of, another regional team that we
bring
could
it
add.
up, people say, oh, no, they've rejected us like 50, 60 times. Fuck them.
Well, it's because they were getting that NBC money. Like, why would they ever join anybody when you're getting caked out from somebody else?
They can still get
Same thing with
gonna
Texas.
run
They
out
got
at
the
some
Longhorn
point.
Network as well, so they're
They
doing
can still
all right.
get NBC money by joining a conference.
No, because conferences have the rights to where you're going to play and how it's going to be streamed and where it's going to be viewed and stuff like
I know,
that.
but
So
I'm
they
sure
would be
that
playing games on
NBC
Big Ten Network. They wouldn't necessarily be playing games on NBC.
But I'm sure NBC would be able to work out a deal with Notre Dame and the Big Ten Network and Fox.
I think the thing they're afraid of, Notre Dame, is they could be shut out of the college playoff format. And right now for college football, that's all you care about. It used to be, all right, we're in the Rose Bowl. Now it's like, damn, we're in the Rose Bowl.
Right. No, I was talking to Joik Bell about that yesterday because he's a big proponent of what Division II does with their playoff system. And, I would love to see that in Division I. I don't think we're ever going to do it. But since they brought upon this, championship, these 4 super teams that get to play for the championship, all the other bowl games don't mean anything anymore. Like, they're played, but they don't really, count.
It's like a toilet bowl, for real. That's what it is.
No, what the NCAA is so afraid of is these they don't want to hurt the municipalities, and they've been good to them in the past, so they're kind of rubbing their back, and they don't want to get rid of the bowl system. But we progress as a fan base. We've progressed as a nation. You know, back then, yeah, it was cool to go to the Bluebonnet Bowl. That's nice. And it was nice to go to the Citrus Bowl. But now you got this huge prize up there. So when you start the season, if you're in a Power 5 conference, I want to be in the Final Four.
Right.
If I'm not there, then the season's been a disappointment.
That's true.
And as fans, we want to see who's in there. In fact, they're going to expand it.
I'm looking forward to the day when there's 4 power conferences so we can just get this rigmarole out of the way, because this in-between stuff, it's fun to watch, but I really want the 4 power conferences, the winner of each one enters the Final Four, and then they play. Like, I think the hype around those games would be incredible. And have, like, mini playoff subsets within those conferences. I would love that.
Yeah, and the excuse that they say, oh, we don't want to hurt the student athletes. That's bullshit.
Yeah, they don't care.
First of all, when you play in December and January, guess what? Most of the football players are not even going to class because there's no classes to go to. So you tell me there's classes around Christmas and New Year's? No, they're off. But we can do it in college basketball in March and April when you're actually in class.
Well, and they always have those dead weeks, too. It's like, all right, you finish your season, then 4 weeks later, you're playing in the bowl game.
Right.
Like, I've always thought that's such a hard thing to do to keep a team cohesive. You know, these are college kids. In 4 weeks, you never know what direction they're going to be going in. And you give them that time off. They're not, you know, game ready. And that's why the bowl games have just kind of been watered down the past couple years, I feel.
And what are guys doing? They're not playing in the bowls because, if you know, this is my senior year. NFL's looking at me. I don't want to get injured.
I don't even blame them. Who's really watching those bowl games besides everyone that goes to that school and the parents and the alumni of them?
Right.
It's money.
They
Literally,
get
gamblers is another
anemic,
big thing, too.
They
It's
get
all gambling.
anemic ratings, but the to me, the reason you have the bowls is because you want to hook up Orlando or Tampa or whomever.
Detroit.
In Detroit.
I mean,
we don't even go to the...
What's that Central Michigan University Bowl that I feel like CMU is always in?
It was the Motor City Bowl for a while. Then I think it was the Little
Caesars Bowl. Yep.
The Meineke halftime performance.
Right.
And we went over all the funny bowl games, like names of them last season. It's like the Purple Lemonade Bowl.
I like was it the Poulon Weed Eater Bowl?
The Weed Eater?
Yeah, the Weed Eater Bowl.
I want the half Sprite, half lemonade bowl.
The Giannis Bowl. Do you think they're going to move conferences? Fish thinks it's all talk.
No, they're going to do it, brother.
Money.
Because
they're doing it.
Money talk and bullshit walks.
That's
so
true.
they're gonna do this at some point. Notre Dame is gonna have to join a conference for real, and why not the Big Ten?
I would love to see them in the Big Ten. To me, they're already like subconsciously a part of the Big Ten. Like they've always just been a part of Michigan State playing. Like that's just they're a part of the
Purdue
region.
and Indiana.
Yeah,
play them just about every year.
Yeah.
Hey, we forgot we're giving mad disrespect to the FCS, Football Conference Subdivision, which by the way is not Division II. Everyone's like, oh, it's just Division II. No, it's not. It's FCS, and they play really good football. They have a tournament, too.
I like the tournaments. I want more tournaments.
So you're giving respect to Division II, which is fine.
Do you know who won that tournament one year?
North Dakota State.
The powerful Chippewas of Central Michigan University.
There you go. Well, we want to tell you a little bit about Northwestern Tech right now, Joey, and then we got a new show that's going to be premiering on the network, and we want to talk to the hosts of it coming up next right here. But go ahead, Joey.
Yeah, Northwestern Tech, that is that 10.5-month hands-on HVAC program that I always brag about because, listen, it's only 10.5 months. You're going to have yourself a brand new career, going to make that money for yourself. The HVAC school that works. Visit northwesterntech.edu right now. We are here, downtown Fenton, my favorite Bridge Street Exchange.
That's right. And you want to switch up your wardrobe this summer? It's this easy. Ready, Joey?
I'm ready.
All right, you ready? I like it. You want to do it again?
Yeah, let's do it again.
All right. Ooh, Brixton. Nice. One more time?
Yes.
Ooh, I like the hat on this one, too. You ready to do it one more time, Joey?
I'm getting tired. One last one.
All right, let's change it. Bro, where's your shirt? You need new clothes this summer. Bridge Street Exchange in Fenton. That's where you need to go. Thank you, guys. Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Don't forget, tomorrow is the finale for that $25K Kick for Crypto contest. We'll be doing it at Imagine Theaters in Novi starting at 3 p.m. So if you're in the area, stop by. You can see someone walk away with $25,000.
Is that number
in
13
crypto.
on the bed?
What's that?
Is that number 13?
Number 16.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Well, Maz just hates number 13. I don't know why.
What's number 13 sound like?
I
Turn it
don't
up,
know.
Fish.
Turn it up.
I love this one.
Yeah, so
I
think this is the one the Maz doesn't like.
Oh, this is.
All right, so let's use it.
Yeah, this one's my favorite. The happy dance, the happy dance, and then this one's dope too. Once it gets going.
We gotta welcome a new show.
Yeah, sorry to put you off
with
track.
the Dr.
I just
Dre
wanted
beat.
to input that just to tell you that Maz didn't like number 13.
That's great. Thank you for what Maz doesn't like. We should make that actually a part of the show because every day I think you tell me something that Maz doesn't like.
Literally.
If you can see behind me right now, inside the locker room, that is a new
Brian
show.
Masalam and Jason Strayhorn, huh? What's going on over here? Are we adding a new show, guys?
We are adding a new show, and the hosts are here. Obviously, I believe you can see by the logo, they kind of like Michigan State a little bit. So let's introduce them to the entire Woodward Sports family. Everybody in the chat, make sure you say hello to them. But what's up, fellas? How you guys doing today?
Fantastic.
Good to see you guys here.
Good to be here.
Pleasure to be here.
Brian Masalam is the only MSU trustee that I like and trust.
Well, I appreciate that.
So, yeah, you are an MSU trustee, right?
Former.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, former and former offensive lineman. Actually, you're talking to two graduates of the Poland Weed Eater Independence Bowl.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
The one he was talking about.
So, yep, we are.
Alumni, right?
So what do you guys think about those bowl games? Obviously, you guys played in them. I mean, that was before the college playoffs, obviously. Did that bowl game mean a lot to you guys as a team?
Absolutely. We were in the BCS era, and what the biggest benefit of bowl games are the practices that you get for the younger players. It's like going back to training camp again. And you get a little bit more work on your technique and all the fundamentals, and you get the hit. So, yeah, that's a big thing. You know, the one thing that's a downside is, like, as you've seen recently, is all the drug testing that goes on. A lot of drug testing, and that's why guys they disappear before bowl games.
They're just dodging drug tests?
No. I mean, if you see the guys that get suspended for bowl games.
Got it. So Jason, real quick, I got a question for you. How does it feel to be the second Strayhorn on the Woodward Sports Network?
What? I know.
Yeah, he's the second one because we first had his son Caden on the show, who is how old now?
15.
That's your son? The kid we had?
Yeah, that's got all these scholarships coming in at the age of 15.
Oh, that's your son? I didn't know that, man.
Yes.
That kid is a beast. An absolute beast. No, I saw him. He tweeted out something the other day and tagged us, and it got like 400, 500 likes. He was working out somewhere. Where was he working out at?
He works out at Barwis Methodist, Roots, all kinds of places. But, yeah, he's entering his freshman year at Catholic Central.
Oh, he should have sent him to St. Mary's.
Now, you going to make him go to state?
I'm not making him do anything.
He got an offer lined up.
I'm just making him work hard. That's it. Yeah, he's got a state offer. He's got 7 Division I offers right now.
That's awesome. How do you feel about that NIL money?
I think it's fantastic. I think this
let's start it now.
It's a game changer.
I mean, it's headed towards high school being. I mean, pretty soon Strayhorn's son is going to be able to sign a deal.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you look
He's got
at
an
it
agent right here.
Yeah.
You know,
we look at it.
We're taking offers. If you want him to sponsor the show, let us know. We can work on it.
You know, Brian could have made $1.2 million, and Jason could have made $1.1 million during their times at Michigan State. It's crazy when you look back at it now to see. I mean, the quarterback from Alabama. Almost at 7 figures, and he hasn't even touched the football field yet for the season.
Yes, I think Jason would have made about $500.
Yeah, exactly. You know, offensive line.
I would have made about $50. No question.
No, not many people are going to make the big bucks, but I think the main thing is, can I get like $200-300 a week just to get me through college? I think that's the main thing, and let's forget about the $800,000 or $1.2 million, because they used to do that back in the day. They used to give you, before you play, they used to give you laundry money. And laundry money back then was like $50, $75 a week, which if you transferred to today's market, that's probably like $300-400.
Not bad.
You know, I think what you're going to see, though, is they're going to see a big surprise. You're going to see a lot of surprises. The ones that are going to sign the big deals are going to be the gymnasts, women's volleyball, the ones that have a large TikTok following, large Instagram following. So those are the ones that are going to sign big deals.
Yeah, the one debate we've been having, obviously you were a lineman, right? I hope you were a lineman.
Absolutely. Yeah,
No, he was actually
I'm
the
a center. Hey, he doesn't look like it, but he was a
So,
guard.
so if you want to talk about how linemen should look after football and their pathway,
You should go, you should look like a Metro.
we can have a talk, you know.
No, but we had this debate yesterday. As a lineman, obviously you're providing the protection for the quarterback. You're providing the protection for the running backs. You're opening the holes for them. How would you feel if a running back and quarterback are getting caked up with a ton of money and the linemen aren't seeing anything? Because lineman isn't a glamorous position, right? You're never going to get the hype that a wide receiver like a Braylon Edwards had at Michigan or something like that. Do you feel that will ever cause dissension in the locker room? Like, bro, I blocked for your ass. You're caught walking away with $1 million pulling up in a Ferrari, and I'm in the lunch line.
Well, that happens. The market's not that way.
But it doesn't in the NFL,
Right,
so I can't see it happening in college.
Exactly. They pay in the NFL. You look at the pay scale. The left tackles make just about
20,
as much as
25.
quarterback.
Yep.
They're
Right,
close.
but that's what I'm saying. They're
Yeah.
getting paid, so it doesn't cause dissension. A high or a college kid that is, living off the scholarship money and stuff like that, which you guys know isn't exactly the best living that you'll ever have in the world. But you don't see any jealousy forming, because that's my view of it. But I've
No.
never been in those locker rooms, so I don't know.
No, I don't see jealousy forming. I see, like, for instance, Notre Dame's offensive line just got sponsored by Mission Barbecue.
So did Wisconsin.
Think about that. So they're not going to leave the big boys behind.
They're gonna let the big man
no
eat.
way.
No.
Nothing but
But
food sponsors.
isn't the smart thing if you run? They do it in the NFL. I don't know if they can do it in the NCAA. Is after they get their big money, they maybe give you a Rolex watch or something like
Exactly.
that.
This is the question I had. Like, okay, so now you have $1 million quarterback, right? Can he now forego his scholarship? Like, say Tom Brady has done this before. Take less to get more talent on the team. Can
another
the
scholarship?
big money players say, hey, go get some more players?
Ooh, I didn't even think about that.
Hey,
They could
you
use
know,
it to
that's
supplement
a-
scholarships.
Can you stop players from paying other players?
Hey, I like this.
You're right.
I mean, there's a lot of things.
No,
hey,
the
man.
NCAA will step in and say you can't hook up. the big
Terry, the
fellas.
NCAA is going to have to step in, or there's going to be no NCAA.
Right.
Because
literally.
there's
They
going
always
to
come up
it's going to
with
be the
something.
Wild West for a couple years, but they're going to have to put guardrails around this thing, because the SEC, the Big Ten, the whoever else cannot all operate on different rules, or this thing is going to get way out of control. But players deserve to get paid. There is no question about it. But that process has to be uniform across the country.
I don't know how you can uniform it, though. I know we talk about this every day. Like, it went to the Supreme Court, and one of the Supreme Court justices said, in no other place in our society would the model that the NCAA has be deemed legal.
Right. Yeah, it was Kavanaugh, I think, said that.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, the guy that likes to have a couple beers.
Yeah, shocking.
I drank beer. Me too, buddy. Me too.
Yeah.
This is what I love most about you guys. So once again, this is Inside the Locker Room with Brian Masalam and Jason Strayhorn, starting next Tuesday, weekly on Tuesdays from 8 to 9 p.m. Just what you guys have together, your chemistry, and the way you guys rip on each other, just like we heard you ripping on him, saying that he's a quarterback and all that. You could tell he's a lineman. You guys are going to be going at each other every Tuesday night, and I can't wait.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about the show and what you guys have planned.
No idea.
Perfect. Just how we like to sign
Ego makes me feel good.
Yeah, that's him.
I want to be famous.
Guy.
I have my name out there.
Trying to provide some education for people and insight. I just like following the hot topics. We're going to have a nice first special guest, right?
We
Brian?
do. We got Mel Tucker coming on Tuesday night.
Which
Gonna
you
be
were
our
a
first-
part of that hiring process to even bring him to Michigan State to begin with.
Yeah, Mel's gonna win there. Mel, you see what he's doing in the recruiting with his recruiting class, what he's doing in the portal. Remember, Mel coached at Georgia, Alabama. He came from the SEC, so he knows what he wants.
I got a topic for you fellas. How come every time you do a list of Big Ten teams, no matter what it is, Michigan State is ranked behind Michigan?
Yeah.
In everything.
Just the way we like it.
Coach, stadium, team.
It's the brand.
Offensive line, whatever. Always, no matter what. And then you're always underdogs in Michigan.
Always.
It's beautiful. That's the way we like it. That's like you said, it's the hype. The hype machine over there, and the perception of the program is they've done a tremendous job. Who?
Oh yeah, for the Bucks.
Will
yeah.
Golson.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Will.
Golson
Yeah.
He's a
played-
Jungleer, Southeastern.
Yeah,
Southeastern,
Played,
that's right.
And he played for Michigan State.
Mm-hmm.
He said to me one time, he says, "I love it when Michigan starts talking about this little brother stuff.
Love it.
Because we get so pissed off that if you're a 2-star, you turn into a 3-star. You go in hungry, you go in angry. The only thing you have to do is make sure the anger doesn't become so much that you lose focus." But he said, so that's why I would say when I talk to a Michigan guy, I said, don't bring up little brother because they're gonna kick your ass. If you
Right.
don't bring it up, you got a better shot.
But it's always there, though, Terry. They can't ignore it. And in the game of football, you have to play it with a controlled rage, on the verge of a rage, not boiling over, as you said, and lose focus and you don't know which way you're going. But you have to play with emotion. You have to in order to be good at it. And I think that's what rivalries makes them healthy.
I also think that game means more to the folks in East Lansing, to the folks in Columbus, than it does to the players in Ann Arbor. I just do. I mean, as many times as we beat them, that game is the #1 game on the calendar, and likewise for Ohio State. That's how they're defined over there. And I think the results have spoken for themselves,
Yeah, it's been interesting to watch these two teams develop, especially in the state. I don't think people give Michigan State enough credit for actually being the only team in the state to make it to the college football finals.
I know they forget about that.
I don't
Because it
know
was
how.
a terrible performance.
Who cares? Look at
but we
Ohio State.
got
They go there
right?
and get smacked the shit out of them all the time, and they're still happy. Hey, we made it. So
I think you should care. It was embarrassing. My wife went to the game, and she wanted to leave, but the rest of her family didn't want to leave. They thought some miracle was going to happen. She said, "I don't want to see this," and it was because she's just Sparty, and she's a bad Spartan too.
Is she?
She's terrible. Michigan State will be getting their asses raped by something. It'll be like 15 or 20 to nothing. And then she's like, Michigan is trailing 7-0. She's all happy and everything. I said, girl, worry about your own school.
I could tell you we're going to be very objective. Very objective.
No, you're not.
We're 12-0. Michigan State won't lose this year.
Okay.
All right, we'll beat Michigan by 21.
Okay.
So we're going to be very objective.
I mean, if you could get another picture of Mel Tucker with that cigar and kicked up like he had last year, that was one of the boss-ass pictures of the year last year.
I'm telling you, Mel gets it,
gets
man.
it. He does.
He gets it.
Yep.
He gets it. He's gonna do well.
And that's what sells to recruits nowadays, right? He's wearing the Jordans on the
Jordans.
golf course,
Right.
and the pictures with all the Nike stuff and the cool things. I mean, you have to be that kind of guy now as a head coach or female to recruit the young kids.
And you have to embrace NIL. It's here.
Yep.
And it's going to get to the point where you're going to be promising jobs at graduation. This thing can go 100 different ways, so it'll be very interesting to see how this plays out.
Are you both for or against it if you had to pick a side?
I'm for.
Absolutely for
Absolutely
Awesome.
for it. With rules that are uniform.
I don't believe in
it's
the
the
rules.
Wild West.
You
That's
can't
free
because you
market.
can't. I get
He
free
likes
market.
rules.
I don't. It's not about rules.
How can you?
You need to have rules if you want to level the playing field. You have to.
There's no. How do you level it? That's called communism.
Well, we're looking forward to it, you guys.
Are you a commie? We don't allow commies on this network.
One thing I won't do is come on the show with a red shirt like that. I won't do that.
What the hell ugly ass slides? Are those the Yeezy slides?
Look at them Yeezys. Look at them.
The Yeezys.
Look at the
It's
Yeezys.
gonna be more those shoes, those ugly ass slides right there, more than my new mortgage that I'm about to pick up.
Well, we're excited for Inside the Locker Room. It launches next Tuesday, July 27th. You guys are officially a part of the network now. It's going to be such a fun time. Can't wait to see what you guys do and watch the interactions because I know I've met you guys several times throughout the process, and you guys have a great chemistry together. You can tell you're good friends, but you can also tell you give each other shit, too.
Yeah.
A lot of shit.
Yeah,
So the
forward to
line
it.
is set at 2.5 for weeks that you guys last on the airwaves. So we going over or under on this?
Over.
What do we say?
Way over.
Okay.
Way
As long as we're starting during football, we'll be fine.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to the launch of your new show, and welcome to the network, guys.
Thank you. Thanks for
very
having
much.
Now
us.
you got to be
Pleasure.
so. I look at Brian. I want to say, scream, "Show me the money."
Right, exactly.
Looks like an agent.
Jerry Maguire.
So, yeah, if you're watching that new show, Inside the Locker Room, right here on Woodward Sports, it's a good time to enjoy a nice cocktail and listen to these guys speak about all things Michigan, Michigan State, Detroit, and just all important sports topics. So make sure you pick up a bottle of 8 Mile at your local Meijer, and you give these guys a listen on the 27th. It's the premiere of their show, and it's going to be fantastic. These were born in Detroit. These are Michigan men right there, not like from the University of Michigan, but they're men of Michigan.
Don't you dare.
I know. It's so weird.
They're state of Michigan men.
They're state of Michigan. Michigan.
How about we're just Spartans?
Spartan
Okay,
dogs.
there you go.
Let's just call
They're
it like it is.
Sparties. They know how to party, and they do it with vodka. 8 Mile. We'll be right back on the Woodward Sports Network.
Welcome to the Call Sam Chopper Shop, where you can win a custom-built chopper while helping our veterans at the same time.
Watch as the Bad Pig Custom team turns this bike into a one-of-a-kind classic chopper.
And when it's finished, we'll be donating the bike to Volunteers of America Michigan to raffle off in support of our vets.
A great cause to give back to those who've given so much.
Watch for Call Sam Chopper Shop episodes on our social media channels and get your raffle ticket today at callsam.com/chopper shop.
Is it time?
Yeah, it is.
Fish!
Go fish. Fish facts.
It's fish!
All right, Mr. Fish, let's get into your facts of today. I know you got a busy day today, buddy, so let's get through these real quick. What facts do you have for us?
More like just a busy morning. We have time for a video, though. This is from a game on Tuesday where Boca Juniors, a big famous team in Argentina, they lost in penalties in the round of 16, and they're not used to doing that. And this is what happens from their team. The guy's got a fire hydrant, as you can see.
Yeah,
Just
did he
picks
throw
up.
it?
I don't think he threw it. I think he's using it as like a threat.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, not looking so good. That's their own team, by the way. I don't think there's any opponents in that area. So
they're fighting with their own team?
Yeah, because they lost on penalties, and they're not very happy
Dude, he
about
took that fire extinguisher off the wall with the quickness.
Yeah. Well, he just wants to use it.
Those things
now,
will kill you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he can use it two ways. He can use the actual fire hydrant, or he can use the spray.
That would have been funny.
We'll go to the facts. Baseball today, because baseball happened yesterday. There's no basketball, no hockey, sad, but Olympics, yay. Last night, Adam Wainwright had 9th start of seven innings plus this season. That ties with Zach Greinke and Chris Bassett for the second most in MLB. Only Zach Wheeler has more with 11 such starts.
Nice.
So congratulations to him. I love him on the Cardinals. You know who else I love? Fernando Tatis Jr. He has 29 home runs in 79 games played this season. That's the most home runs by any player aged 22 or younger in his first 79 games of the season.
Wow. Wow, that's a great stat.
Yeah, that's amazing.
He's on his way, man.
He is on his way. And someone else who's on his way, a youngster, 20 years and 141 days old. Wander Franco is the youngest starting cleanup hitter in Rays history. So he's looking good. That is a picture. I don't know how old the picture is, but he's wearing braces, so you can tell that he is young.
That's awesome.
Good. Today is the 22nd of July, 23rd opening ceremony, and Crypto, which can be seen live on The Hook, Source Network 3 to 5.
There you go.
1912 was the fifth Summer Games in Stockholm, Sweden.
Okay. Good
for them. Terry Foster, you're here today. Happy Thursday, Terry. It's always a great feeling. So we have a boxing fight for you. 1963, Sonny Liston beats Floyd Patterson in round 1 in Vegas.
I was not there.
But were you watching it?
No.
Oh, okay. We got another Maz fact for you. O.J. Simpson. 1994, former NFL running back, broadcaster, and actor O.J. Simpson pleads absolutely 100% non-guilty of murder.
He's a liar.
And they put the absolutely 100% non-guilty in quotes.
O.J. also said he had sex on public transportation, too.
He's a liar.
That does not surprise me. 1997, Greg Maddux throws a complete game with 76 pitches.
Man, Greg Maddux, one of the greatest stats I saw on him is he faced, however many people in his career, and at I think only 5 times in his career, something ridiculously low like that, did he ever get to a 3-0 count on somebody. Like, that's how accurate he was as a pitcher.
Yeah,
Amazing.
he was pinpointing. I don't think he had a fastball over 82 miles an hour.
No, that whole Braves team back then was really good. John Smoltz, Steve Avery, Greg Maddux.
Oh, John Smoltz's son, actually.
Do you? Yeah, John Smoltz used to be a Tiger.
We have 2 birthdays today. Speaking of Sonny Liston, 1930. This is birthday today.
Nice.
Happy birthday to him, and it's also happy birthday to an analyst, 1972, Keyshawn Johnson.
Okay.
Who's also an NFL player now. He
Meeshawn.
does stuff on. Does he do stuff on Get Up? I think he's on Get Up.
Sometimes,
He's on
yeah,
ESPN,
he floats around.
another network, but yeah, he does a lot of stuff. So
Yep.
those are the facts. We'll be back tomorrow for opening ceremony Friday and Kick for Crypto Friday. Big day tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Fish. Go handle your business right now, and Joey is going to do Dumbass of the Day. Let's go.
The Detroit Pistons select Darko Milicic.
World's dumbest criminal.
Well, so much for me calling him savvy because he had no idea where he was on the field.
All he causes too many timeouts. It's a technical foul.
Dumbass!
All right, so this one's kind of recirculating the internet from the finals and the Bucks winning it all. There is this dude that walked on the floor and acted like he was boys with everybody. Watch this real quick.
Straight up. Touch that.
No, touch that.
Good job. Congratulations. What's up? You next, bro. You next. I already got one. Oh, yeah. Oh, my bad. Gonna get you. Wait, where that's from? Who you was with? Oh, yeah. I remember. No bad. Wait a minute. You ain't the real brother. You the third brother. What? I'm the real brother.
You're the third brother.
My man, Arkansas, baby. That's Bobby right there, champion. He ain't even looking in the camera. That nigga don't care. That's your mama. That's your mama. Is that your mama? But you a champion, John. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Yes, sir. Once again, a champion. NCAA and NBA. Come on, man. I feel you, man. You get it ready. NBA finals. I'm on the bench. Give me a water. The trophy right there. We the champions, baby. Hey, you the champions. Bucks and six. You know we're 3 or 3. You gonna sit in.
I gotta say, this might be the greatest video I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's not a dumbass. That's a legend.
The security that let him on the court is the dumbass.
You're laughing at this guy today. If the Pistons win a championship, there's probably going to be like 7 people from Woodward Sports doing the same thing. Say, hey, what's up?
Damn right. I'm going to pretend I'm part of the team. That's why I say we, Terry.
He said, who you with? That's your mama?
I wasn't even thinking about you. I was thinking about all these other knuckleheads we got around here.
Hey, I always wondered when like a team wins a championship, is all the rules just out the window in terms of like you can just go in the Gatorade box, grab a Gatorade, say what up, and I guess it is.
But remember when Kevin Hart tried to get on the podium in Philadelphia after they won the Super Bowl and they shot his ass down? That was hilarious. But this guy, what a legend,
Legend right there, for real. Security dumbasses for letting him on the court, but the greatest thing that ever happened to sports.
Well, thank you guys for waking up with us this morning on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Joey and I get to hang out with Jack Fox today as he tries to kick a football into the back of our truck for Kick for Crypto. And you got your chance to qualify for that coming up at noon today and also 4 p.m. with The Hook. Terry, as always, thank you for joining us on this lovely Thursday.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's always...
And it's not raining. I'm excited.
Right,
wow.
For the first time in 8 weeks, it's not raining. You guys enjoy your day. Have a great Thursday. We'll talk to you tomorrow right here on the Woodward Sports Network.